Phlegm. Earth. I hope you're all doing well. Good fucking morning. Good morning, Chrismy. Good morning, Chrismy. Okay. Good morning, BDO. Good morning, Bash and Safi and Frame and Kel. I hope you're doing fucking well. Oh, hate wheel. How does it feel to be awake? Because I am so fucking tired right now. I feel honestly like my brain is very stupid. I did not sleep at all in my head. I'm just so tired. I just feel kind of dumb today. Oh man, feed me to your spoods, dude, Zoe. I got some big spiders, but I don't think they could handle that. I don't know what spiders do around lemon juice, I'm gonna be honest. My transmission's acting up? I'm just waiting to price. Oh god. Oh god, transmission's the worst. This is the right fucking song, dude. All of these are. You're my cleaning ambience, bless Seth. I hope I am somewhat entertaining. I honestly am so tired. I'm just running on caffeine and fucking the souls of the dead at this point. I don't know. I'm doing my best, man. No shit. Oh, crispy, good news. A few people who were indicted here in Georgia have already turned themselves in. Nuh-uh. Really? Who? I'm actually shocked. You fuck a lemon one at a time. I don't know what they do with citrus. I'm gonna be honest. I had THC peanut butter yesterday and the serving size said one, so I used the whole thing on a sandwich. How many fucking milligrams was that? I feel like a sad old man, dude. Hard same. Hard fuck. And on top of it, I don't know about you, Kel, but it has been so hot here. Yesterday, I think we got record high temperatures, and today it's just like hot. I've got fans going all over the place. It is, yeah. Cool. 10 milligrams. And so how many did you eat 10 milligrams or how many milligrams did you consume total? I only take like literally 2.5 milligrams when I take an edible because they hit me so hard. Speaking of, I got new weed and it is so strong. I have to be careful. It is so fucking strong. Oh my God. Like, holy shit. The strain that I tried it last night and literally rocked my face off. It's called, what is your strain? Randy Watson. Sure. Randy Watson number 13. Genetics is Runson Wedding Crasher allegedly, and it's theoretically THC. Dude, this says the THC is only 17%, and it fucked me up. Oh my God, Kel, fuck that. Scott Hall and John Eastman. No shit. John Eastman turned. Wow. I'm shocked. Genuinely shocked. Literally, anyone turned themselves in. I assumed that they would all be like in cahoots with Trump, like, sitting there, whatever. I don't know. Like, what do you think drove them to turn themselves in versus just not? You get in more trouble if you don't turn yourself in, right? Well, I took it all because the serving size said, oh, okay. Oh, well, it wasn't so seriously like when you said the serving size said one, so I took it all. Like if I buy edibles in a bag, it'll say serving size is one candy. And so I assume, like, I don't know. I was curious. Like, was it a jar and you just like piled that shit? I don't know how far in space you went, but that's like, were you hungover from it at all? Like, were you still high today? Seriously, Summer Lee's been bitching she's not getting any financial help from Dump. He doesn't have any money. Fun fact: John Eastman had to ask for a continuation in his disbarment trial to turn himself in, and yeah, if he didn't surrender, a warrant for his arrest would have been issued. Wow, that's intense, man. I wonder if Trump will actually turn himself in. Honestly, don't know. Yeah, that'll be interesting. It was a jar, and I still feel it. That's what happens with me with edibles too. I swear to God, like I'll take edibles one night, and for 3 days afterwards, I wake up feeling high. And, like, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I don't know. I kind of want to know what I'm going to get. Look at, like, having control over my being high, you know what I'm saying? He has to report to the jail. Okay, same goes for everyone else in that indictment. The current news is that he's turning himself in at 10 a.m. on this Thursday. Is that the last day? What is that? I can't remember what the last day is. They had, like, a cutoff, didn't they, for days for when they could turn themselves in? Friday is the last day. Okay. I really hope it happens. Simply, I hope it happens on Thursday. I'm writing it down real quick. Simply because I leave on Friday, Saturday for Burning Man, and I really want to watch it with you guys. So, what happens when you turn yourself in? Like, is it basically you just go to the courthouse, acknowledge the indictment, and then go home? I agree, Nick. Hard yes. Good morning, Kinger. Dude, let's cheers. I gotta be careful. This weed is really strong. Like last night, I actually shocked myself with how big of a hit I pulled out of this thing. Cheers. The smoke is so thick. Goddamn. I hope it doesn't make me tired. I'm already tired. Usually get the charges read to you, and then a judge decides if you should be held until trial or released on some sort of bail. Okay. He's gonna post bail because the maggots are still paying him money. He's still shilling off them, isn't he? I mean, Nick, we're kind of still in it. Like a new strain just popped up that's really bad. They've already negotiated bail to 200,000. That's it. That's it. Wow. Okay. That's what he did in Florida and New York. Show up, let the lawyers speak, and left. Okay, that's what I assumed. I just don't know. I really don't know. Big shocker. I've never been indicted. It's just weird. Hold on, my bong slips. This weed is Jesus Christ. That's what he did in Florida and New York. That's crazy. No, dude, Kinger, that's my first hit of the day. I'm just like, I'm gonna keep saying that to remind myself because normally, if it's like I've got a fairly high tolerance, and if it's not terrible, like I'll just fly. I know how to nurse my bowl and not get too high, but goddamn, this weed is strong. I fucked myself up last night on one hit. He's a wealthy white man. It's not like he's gonna spend 1.5 years in Rikers waiting for trial for stealing a Red Bull and a bag of chips. I mean, you're right. 200K just seems like penny change. He is actually going to be mugshotted. Like, actually, though, that'd be incredible. Crispy says he's going through the whole booking process here. Mugshot, height, weight. He's going to get searched too. Wow. That's awesome. I hope they check his prison wallet. You can keep your weed in there. Oh, that mugshot's going to be t-shirts instantaneously. I mean, I think there's already fake ones. I just I mean, I'm excited for I'm excited because I mean, it's got to be kind of embarrassing to get a mugshot and shit. But like, he looks terrible in every photo ever. I don't know how a mugshot can make him look any worse. Dude, he's got boxes of fucking documents up his asshole. I wouldn't, honestly. It wouldn't shock me. Good morning, Lord Damon. How are you? We're just talking about the Trump arraignment shit and how a couple people actually turned themselves in, which is amazing. Oh my god. Good, I have good news. You guys know my crazy neighbor across the street who screams racist things all the time? He's moving. I am so happy. I opened my front door last night because I heard screaming, and it was him screaming at the movers. I'm so happy right now. I couldn't even tell you. I can go to my car without worrying about some psycho coming and yelling at me. He's got McDonald's Monopoly money saved up. I mean, he is constantly shilling his, like, voter base, whatever you want to call that. I'm high on a gummy and playing Dwarf Glory, Death and Loot. Fuck yeah, dude. Sounds like a good morning. He's got the nucleus secrets in his ass. He hides them under that flap of hair. That's where he hides all his secrets. Fulton County doesn't automatically post mugshots, but you can fill out an online form to get them. Interesting. That's so weird. Always good when you're down another butthead in the neighborhood. Yeah, he's the only one. Seriously, like, I've got neighbors that, are questionable, but that guy, he's definitely special of some kind. I don't know what kind of neurodivergent he is, but he's, like, in his 60s, and he literally walks up and down the road screaming racial slurs at people. Like, not in a crazy way, though, like, he's literally just using racial slurs to refer to people. He's terrible. He's the reason I invented the playing Baby Shark out in my yard really, really loudly so that no one can hear, so that he goes away. I fully expect the county's website will be fucked for days. Oh, 100%. That's what I was thinking. Like, you should just put it out because that website's gonna crash. Good morning, Mel. How are you? Happy time zone, Beatree. I hope you're doing well. What's wrong with your neighbor below you, Nick? Are they terrible? Dude, he's just like, I think, like, if I'm to look at it subjectively, he's got some sort of anxiety disorder and definitely a learning disability. Um, he acts like he's 5, but like a really mean 5-year-old with a big racist vocabulary, and he's my only white neighbor. Every single neighbor I have other than him is Mexican, and he just yells at them. Like it's almost like a joke. Like, that weird neighbor that peeks over your fence and is like, "Your grass isn't the right length." He would do that. For real, though. Like, he's like, if, for instance, if I walk out to my car and I leave the door open, he would come stand in the open door and just start talking and berating and saying things, and he will not go away. You can't push him away. I've literally had to start my car and start driving to get him to go away. It's that I don't know what it is, but goddamn, it just makes me, like, anxious to go outside because I don't fucking wanna interact with him. Good morning, Najiel. How are you, love? Get off my lawn! Literally. Yeah. But it's not for anything real, you know? It's all in his head. Like, the thing I heard him screaming at the movers was the filing cabinet was mentioned. The filing cabinet was mentioned, but he was screaming it at the top of his lungs at these movers. It was just crazy. Like, that's literally what he was saying, and there was no filing. I don't know what was happening. And he lives with his mother, and you could see her just doing this on the back of a car, and I just feel terrible for her. Like, she has to take care of her son for the rest of his life, and that sucks. And hers. He's a dickhead and says I'm too loud and pounds on the walls. He plays his bass music when he gets home every day. Oh, so he's just an ass. I got a neighbor that blasts Pearl Jam on Saturdays. Fucking A, dude. A lot of my neighbors literally play live mariachi. I love it. The first time I ever heard it, I swear to God, I thought it was like a taco truck going by or something playing the radio. It was not. Like, my neighbors actually played trumpet and, like, beautiful instruments, and it is so cool to me. Like, the fact that on the weekends I get live mariachi, like, echoing through the fucking neighborhoods is really cool. Plans on starting a new eco cycle on a server. I'm sorry you're a wreck. I'd invite you, but you're heading to Burning Man, so I don't think the scheduling. Yeah. I'm gonna be gone for like 9 days. Yay! Oh my god, Najiel, I got some new weed yesterday and it's so fucking strong. It literally fucks me up. It's great, but damn, dude. Have you smoked already? Like, how is your tolerance after your break? I may have broken into a loud, rude neighbor's Wi-Fi at some point and then intentionally bricked their router in my past. I don't see the difference between that and me and my audio warfare of Baby Shark. When you live near other people, it's kind of just time to be an adult and take responsibility and not, like, do your best to not impede on other people's lives, for fuck's sake. Like, I don't understand how some people don't manage to pick up on that socially through life or whatever. It's like within reason, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when my neighbor decided to chainsaw at 10 p.m. for a week straight. Like, that's inappropriate. 10 p.m. You're chainsawing all for 2 hours for a week. It's not the time, you know? I wanna go over and have a beer with him sometime, but he has 2 dogs that don't like people. Oh, that's lame. I have my neighbors across the street have pit bulls that just sound really mean, and I always wanna go say hi, but I'm afraid they're gonna bite my hand off. It seems to be non-existent at this point. It is. It totally is. Wait, your tolerance is non-existent? Wait, what's non-existent? How high are you right now? I love neighbors and go on hikes. The Pacific Northwest is fucking gorgeous until you get to Eastern Washington, and then it looks like death. I live in the apartment complex. I live in an apartment complex, and unfortunately, my upstairs neighbors play the same song every weekend, loud enough to feel the bass and shake the walls. They also walk super loud, which I don't know if I should complain about or just say they're human. Wait, is that like their fuck day? Is that their fuck song? What song is it? So when I was in high school, well, small town teachers were across the schools. My little sister was best friends with two of my teachers were married, and it was their daughter. And so Sarah would go over to their house all the time and like have sleepovers and stuff. And she informed me that they have robe night once a week where they put their bathrobes on and the kids don't come home. And I was like, oh my God, Beatree, you might be listening to the fuck song of the week. I can't think of another reason why the same song would incessantly pop up. Oh my God, Washington State is one of the most beautiful places you can drive across. I agree. I work with a lot of dogs that don't like people. That's sad. Why do you feel they don't like people? Like, what happens with that? I don't know if the weed is super strong or what, but yeah, I get high very easily on it. Well, it's your tolerance is gone. Your tolerance is gone, bruh. Did you see that they had to close access to the playa until it dried out from the hurricane? No. Oh, interessante. Should I be joking at a time like this? Do not drive to Gerlach. Burning Man closes gate due to storm. The gate entering to I gotta move this. My neck. The gate for entering the Burning Man grounds in Nevada Black Rock Desert was closed Sunday after unusual summer rains from Tropical Storm Hillary caused muddy conditions. Festival organizers originally said the gate might open as early as noon Monday, but Monday morning they pushed the time back to noon Tuesday. Do not drive to Gerlach. You will be turned around. Damn. Damn. One of my friends that is going to the burn this year was saying that they went one year when it rained like that, and they were talking about what the mud was like, and they were like, "Oh my God, it's this weird clay mud that every step you take, it's like more sticks to your boots." And I'm like, "Oh my God, you mean my yard?" I'm fucking ready for mud. Let's go. Old fucking hat for me. But yeah, that I mean, what was it like a hurricane storm, a hurricane? It was I mean, like I read this morning, California got a year's worth of rain in one day. Oh, some have shitty history with humans, others just don't care for people. Some dogs prefer other dogs, some dogs prefer people. My dogs love everything. No, I totally get that. I just always wonder because, like, some dogs just are inherently aggressive and their owners, like, seem to feel so bad about it, and I'm like, I've never had an aggressive dog, so I just don't know where that comes from, you know what I'm saying? In Vegas, it's soaked as well, damn. You guys needed water though, right? You know what was sick is that I've seen videos of people sitting in a flooded McDonald's drive-through. What? Just tropical storm was loads of on-off rain for a few days, which is super unusual. Weird. Well, I honestly don't know if they hate cats or not. My dogs are like they're hunting dogs or poodles. They're literally bred for it, but we don't hunt, but they have that instinct and anything that runs from them, they will chase it. But once they get to it, they don't do anything to it. Like, they just don't know what to do with it. They've cornered our neighbor's cat in our yard before, and I had to pick the cat up because the cat was so fucking scared. But they don't hurt it or anything. So I don't know. I know they just have that instinct, like other dogs, people. They'll chase anything that runs. Curious question. Where will the dogs be while thou art in the desert? Thou'st Rodney Johnston shall be taking them for us. They won't even know we're gone. They love him so much. Love such a good time. Yeah, we get dogs that love everything too, but we specialize in behavioral cases, so that's the usual clientele. I mean, those dogs need love and care. Like, I'm all about that. I think it just makes me sad. Because, like when I think about it kind of in terms of like almost like kids. Like, no baby, no puppy is born aggressive. And so my mind just goes to like, what the fuck happened to that poor animal to make it mean? And I want to hurt the person that did it. Cheers, Viata. I got new weed and it's so strong. I have to be careful, but cheers. Gizmo, Newbie, Riley, and Zelda. And then literally they're gonna have 6 dogs in the house. Holy shit. Yep, 6. It's gonna be a lot, but bless Rod's soul, I'm really excited. His birthday's actually in 2 days, so don't forget to wish Rod happy birthday on Thursday. I think it's the 24th? I think is the date of the third. Yeah, it's his birthday, regardless. Wish him happy birthday. How are you? I hope you're doing well, Viata. There will be people panhandling here in Minnesota, and a pit bull jumped out of the window of a car and attacked them. That makes me really sad. Because, like, what happened to that dog to make them so aggressive? Ripley! Did I say Riley? Ripley. It's Ripley. I just watched Alien. She's literally named after the Alien character. I don't know why I said Riley. Sorry. Ripley. Brain fart moment. Nope, you're right. It's Ripley. That was just me dying internally for a second. No, it's Ripley. Ripley, Newbie, Zelda, and Gizmo. Jesus Christ. Yeah. They're all wonderful. Gizmo and Ripley are the Frenchies, and Newbie, I believe, is like a mutt, like a Staffordshire kind of mutt, and then Zelda's our dog's literal cousin. They look, I mean, when we went on that hike a couple weeks ago, I could not get over how much Lilith looked like, or Zelda looked like Lilith. Either way, when they were running together, it looked like mother-daughter. It was fucking creepy. Some people also don't know how to properly socialize their dogs when they're young. Yeah, I feel like I don't know, obviously I don't know, but I've witnessed, I think some people get dogs for the first time and, they don't really, I don't know if they don't, I don't know. They just don't know because they've never had a dog before that, like, all the work you put in the first 6 months is the kind of dog you're going to get out for the rest of its life. And so when they get a puppy, they're just like, oh my God, it's a puppy. It's so cute. Let's make an Instagram for it. And then suddenly it's a year old and it's a monster because they grow like that. Like kids. Oh, tomorrow's your ultrasound and your breast appointment. Having some anxious about it. Girls, smoke the anxious away. Everything's going to be fine. You just got them thick-ass titties. But I shall burn some essences for you. I mean, didn't she already... She already had the titty pancake, yeah? I can't wait to have a dog again. I need to get out of apartment living. Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, I had dogs in apartments, but they were always, like, pugs. I had Millie and stuff like that. But it is really, really hard, especially because dogs are going to make noise, like, no matter what. And when you have neighbors, you're always, at least I don't want to bug anybody. I hate being a nuisance, so I just get anxious about that kind of stuff. But the last apartment I lived in with Millie, I was on the top floor, and the people directly below me, I actually started referring to this apartment as, like, a cursed apartment, because I swear to God, every couple that moved in would break up within a year. It happened, like, 4 different times. But the one couple that moved in when I first moved in there, or already lived there or whatever, they would have, like, these epic screaming fights and then cry fuck directly under my kitchen floor, which was linoleum. So I could, like, because of course I did, I would lay my ear to the linoleum and get, like, fucking surround sound of what the fuck was going on. But, like, it was the dude who did the crying. And, like, have you ever heard someone cry come? It's wild. Wild. Oh my God, what if he was I don't know. It might have been a cheating situation now that I think of it. I don't know. It was wild. But they would just scream at each other, man. They were so violent. Mm-hmm. I got a German Shepherd puppy because I thought it was cute and I really wanted a companion. What? You didn't think maybe a Boston Terrier or something, for fuck's sake? My God, yeah. Yeah, it's like, I don't believe there's such a thing as an aggressive dog, but there are dogs with very, very strong personalities that need a strong pack leader, quote unquote. And if you're not that personality, they're going to run you over. Just run over your face. A whippet, perhaps. Exactly. A little Scottish Terrier, even. German Shepherds are amazing, but, like, come on. That's diving into the fucking deep end. My dog's under my desk. I keep stepping on her. Dude, I didn't know how to spell it. I'm gonna be honest. Whippet. It is whippet. It's not whippet. Whippet. They're a whippet. I kind of dig it. They're a whippet. Oh my God. I'm so happy though, Viata. You all lucked out. My son found homes for all 4 kittens. I don't have to mail you any presents. I mean, I would have taken one in a heartbeat, but I'm happy he found homes for them. Little kitties are gonna have good little lives. A Shih Tzu poo, even. Yeah, I mean, you can poo anything these days. You could Chihuahua poo, Pug-a-poo, Beagle poo. I don't know. Poo anything. Like, it just seems like a really I mean, I'm sure you see this, Lady Emma, and anyone who works with animals in general, but do you ever feel like some people get a certain breed of animal as a status symbol? Almost like an expensive handbag? Because I feel like that happens a lot, and then they don't realize that this dog isn't born aggressive, but it becomes aggressive because it has no sense of security, and you didn't give it a safe place to live because, like, you don't know how to raise a dog or whatever, I don't know. And, like, I see people with Dobermans and shit that are just off the chain, and they're like, "Well, we didn't realize. We just thought they were beautiful." And I'm like, "Did you not like, at least Google and hit the first fucking link, for fuck's sake? God, the minimum." No shit, Glut. I didn't know how mammo was done until my 20s, so I'd rather cover it than not. 100%. For those that don't know, mammograms, i.e., what women usually go through, I think it's like mid 40s when you turn 50, you should be getting one once a year or once every couple of years. But essentially, what they do is you go in to a room in a gown, they tear your tit off your chest, they put it in a vise, and then they squeeze the vise down on your tit and they pancake it as flat as they possibly can between two pieces of acrylic, and then they take scans of it. And that's how we don't die from breast cancer, allegedly. It's fucking horrible. It's crazy. I mean, I don't know if it's worse if you don't have a tit or if you have a huge tit. Because for me, I feel like they're ripping my boobs off my chest. But if you have a big boob, I imagine they feel like they're pancaking your tit. So many people get a dog for the novelty and they don't do shit with them. Oh my God, Emma, did I ever tell you about that episode of fucking Caesar Milan I watched? Exact situation. So if you've ever watched Caesar Milan, like give or take everything he does, I did learn a lot from him in terms of just like dogs and body behavior and stuff like that. Like he's good on a lot of things. And there was this one episode, and if you've never watched him before, basically what he does is a family like writes to him or whatever and says, "Our family really wants a dog, but we don't know what to do. We don't know how to get a dog. We don't know how to work one into our family, something, something." So the entire episode, he spends basically like a week or a certain amount of time with a family, kind of getting to know them, teaching them about dogs and all this stuff. And then at the end of the week, sometimes he will give them a dog. He'll like pick a dog out for them. And he picked out a dog, and this family straight up looked at him and goes, "We were kind of looking for something we could just tie up in the yard." Like after the whole week, the whole show with him, the mom straight up looked him in the eye and said that. And he stood up with the dog he like was gonna give them and fucking left. It was the weirdest episode. I've never seen that. Like most episodes, I mean, every single other episode I've seen always ends like happy. And I was just like, they need to be on a list somewhere. What the fuck? Yeah, miss it. That was my face. Cause just like, I'm sorry. What the fuck? Yep, yeah. Pap smear, what they do a hole punch, but instead of using an actual hole punch, they use a tiny little knife that has a serrated scraper on the end, and they just kind of like scrape the hole in over and 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 over until you're about to cry, and then they're like, "Okay, we got it." You know what I'm saying? It's like cutting down a tree with a pocket knife. Having a great time. Yes, Safi. Uh-huh. Yeah. If only it was as easy as just a hole punch, though, right? Like, fuck, at least that'd be like a piercing and be over in a second. But they're like, and you're sitting there like, has it been an hour? It's just wild. We can bitch about it all day. Nothing ever happens. It's just wild. Wouldn't be the first time I heard about an influencer buying pets to use for making content. I heard that was like a big, like, there's allegedly like a kind of YouTube space where it's like pet YouTubers or pet tubers, and they literally make content off of purchasing new animals all the time. How is that legal? Someone should be walking into that room and saying no. I think the smaller the breast, the more it hurts. There's just nothing to grab and smash, so they get your rib cage. Ah! I know. I'm sorry, baby. I've been living in apartments for the past 5 years now. Had an older Australian Shepherd that I'd raised on my farm growing up. She did amazing in the apartment when I moved for university. She unfortunately passed away in March of 2022. I lost my forever baby in 2022 as well. That year can suck an ass. Nope, 2021. I fuck up years. What is this year? I don't even know. 2021. So November, I adopted a Great Pyrenees, an Anatolian Shepherd mix. The only complaint, which was similar to the Aussie, the shedding. Oh my god, the shedding. I know. I mean, Beatree, I feel the same. Otherwise, both dogs are my emotional support animals. They're super incredible sweethearts. I grew up like on a mini farm, and my family, my mom and dad would just take any dog. Like if neighbors, people in the county would have a litter of puppies and had one left over, or if someone got a dog and didn't want it, we would just take it because we had tons of property. So we always had like 5 dogs at least just running, and they were like every single one of them was the exact same dopey piece of shit. And it was just a lot of it helped me realize that like dogs aren't born aggressive. We had like breeds across, we had German Shepherds, we had breeds across the board all the time. Like we had the weirdest pack running through our farm all the time because they weren't like specifically farm dogs. It's just like they kind of, dogs are dogs. And yeah, it's like saying a kid is born mean. I just have a really hard time with that. Women's medicine is bullshit. You can ask for local, you can, but most of the time they'll say no because it affects the sample. It's stupid. I've literally had doctors tell me that they don't do local because it affects the sample. Like, I think it's just like, it's personal preference for them. I don't know what kind of local they do for pap smears and shit like that. I know when they do like numbing for your face, if you're getting dental work done, they're essentially injecting Novocaine in that blocks blood flow. So then the nerves like numb and can't feel anything. And I imagine if you blocked blood flow to a cell tissue sample that you're trying to get to see, so that's probably, I don't know. I don't fucking know. But there comes a point where you're like, is cervical cancer that bad? Because this is pretty fucking shitty. Like, there are women out there who have shown their vagina to more medical professionals than just humans who actually want to touch it for fun, and that's crazy. Guys have to stand there with their drawers down with a dock and cold hands touch their balls. I mean, I'd take that any fucking day over being butt naked on my back with my feet in stirrups and having a vice stuck inside me that goes the opposite direction to spread my pussy open so they can scrape the walls clean. Just me. Like, fucking, I'll stand up, touch my anything. But it's like, it's borderline prep for sexual assault. Like, that's what it literally feels like every single time I go to the OBGYN. I'm like, all right, mentally prepare yourself to be sexually assaulted by a stranger who tells you that you have to do this or you'll die. Yeah, you got dense boot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, and then you go home and you're supposed to be like a sexual human again after someone has just like 100% fucking mutilated every part of your body that is sexual in any way, shape, or form. What the fuck? None of it makes sense. Like, imagine going into a room, putting a hospital gown on, laying down in a bed, putting your feet up in stirrups that are like right here so that your legs are literally like butterflied apart and your pussy's just open. And then they leave the room and leave you there for 15 minutes alone with the hospital lights in your eyes. And then a stranger comes in, never makes eye contact with you, has a chart in front of their head the whole time, and then literally takes the chart down between your legs and immediately starts fisting you with metal tools for 15 minutes, and then you hear a snap of gloves and they leave and you have no idea what's happened, but you're in pain and everything hurts, and then you go home and someone's like, ooh, you look nice, wanna fuck? And you're like, don't touch me! It's super fucked up. And people wonder why women are so angry all the time. Metal speculums can literally suck my fucking dick. Yep, I'm gonna stick this metal duckbill in you, and then I'm gonna crank this crank to just spread you open wider than any porn cock you've ever seen. Because I need to see the dark space at the back of your pussy before I scrape it off. Ugh, I'm bitter about that shit. It's just so horrible. Ice fucking cold, ratchets open so they always click too far. Yep, things rip! Yep! They just take a fake wire bristle Q-tip and scrapes till there's blood, and then they don't even hand you a towel to wipe off the lube. Nope. I mean, I've had them not even like they literally just got up and left the room, and the nurse came in 10 minutes later, and I'm still sitting there just like dripping lube, legs wide open, blood. And the nurse came in, and she's like, "Oh, did he not tell you to get dressed?" It's just you can really measure a society and how well they're doing by how well their women are feeling. I feel like my cousin is gonna give up her Aussie because her boyfriend does not like dogs. Time to kill the boyfriend, and by that I mean get a new one. Definitely don't support murder, but like, I'm so sorry, but to anyone currently dating me or in the future who will date me, my dog is more important than you are. What the fuck? To the bin with them. Bye bye, bitch. Nah, there ain't no person in this world that's that cool. I mean, this is my stance on that. Super, super seriously, super honest. If someone genuinely cared about me, claimed to love me, was my significant other, they would never ask me to get rid of my dog. Ever. Period. That is fucked up. Not to get super heated about that, but what the ever living fuck? Absolutely not. That is, I think that's psychopath behavior. It seems like manipulative, controlling behavior to start dating someone who has a dog or to start dating them and then get a dog with them and then suddenly need to control the situation so much that you have to cut off that person's fur baby. Like, that seems like some pretty psycho killer. You know what I'm saying? Like, pretty soon, they're not going to be allowed to see their family very often, and he's going to want to move them far enough away that they can't go see their family on a day trip. He's going to isolate, manipulate, abuse, brainwash. It's a test. How far can you control this person's life? How far will this person go to keep you happy? That's fucked up behavior. Not that I've experienced it personally or anything.
But fucking run, bitch! Run! Run! There's a lot of dick out there, and that one seems bad. It's gone off, if you know what I mean. It's on the rot. Time to throw it in the bin. Uh-uh.
Nah. Nah. I can't with that. My wife has extra fun at the OBGYN. Her disability and state of muscles doesn't allow her to open. Oh my God. That is so fucking terrible, Mel. I mean, at least she has you, but Jesus fucking Christ. I've seen some pretty big porn cocks. So have I, man. Dude. Yeah, that's Zakarian. When someone just straight up is like, yeah, I don't like animals, I kind of think you're going to try to kill me. Like, I think you're going to eat my body or something. Like, you're going to lotion on the skin or some shit like that. Like, even lotion on the skin at a dog. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. These things happen small at first, and then with every capitulation leads to a greater risk. Yeah. And at a certain point, the person giving up themselves or parts of themselves to keep their significant other happy will be so empty that they won't even notice it happening anymore. They're just being stripped of their own humanity. Exactly. Seeing friends without me? I don't think so. Friends of the opposite sex? That's cheating and they want to fuck you. Yeah, it all goes down. It's the beginning of a very danger path. No. Absolutely not. I don't personally have a dog, but I'm around them all the time. I mean, Emma, I know a lot of teachers that have kind of this. They're like, I love kids, but I don't have any because they're literally my job. Dude, you don't have to own an animal to love them or to at least not hate them. Like, I've known some people that have distrust of dogs because they've been attacked or something like that. Completely understandable. Totally an extraneous situation. I get it. That's me with horses. Not a huge fan. They're beautiful. They're majestic. One tap dance on my face when I was 12 and fucked me up. Not a huge fan. But, like, it doesn't mean I don't like animals. No shit. That's already begun. We don't see for her for months at a time. Nyan, that is so heartbreaking. I really, 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 really hope that there's someone in her life that that she that can override the manipulation. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that's really sad. Like, I'd be living in my Jeep with my dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I honest to God, honestly, I cannot think of a situation where someone could get me to get rid of my dog. Ever. What? One got insanely jealous of the woman I follow on Twitter and used it against me. Yeah, I just don't know what to do with that. Honestly, Vash, I've found that in my experience, like just having friends that do that, like girlfriends who are very insecure, it tends to be projection. It's usually because they've got wandering eyes or they've had them in the past and they project their insecurities and their guilty conscience on you. It's almost like an admittance of guilt that they don't even realize they're doing. It's really, I mean, I haven't seen otherwise. I'm not saying that's 100% of the time, but goddamn, man. Goddamn. The amount of lady friends I've had in my life who have come to me to vent about their significant other possibly cheating on them. And then they're like, I've only cheated on him twice. And it wasn't a big deal. It was at the beginning. And I'm like, uh-huh. Oh, okay. Nope, Crispy. Honestly, and I've even given him a chance. Oh my god, Vash, dude. I actually completely forgot. There was a time in space where if you didn't change your Facebook profile, like his relationship status, it wasn't real. That's wild. I forgot about that. Fuck. Or you could literally like start a separation or a breakup by just changing your status and waiting for your significant other to notice or something. Fuck, dude. I just stopped fostering once we moved because there's no space for 3 cats and a dog here. Dude, 100% understandable. 100%. Not allowed to see your kid without your spouse there, or not even allowed to see your kid. I mean, some people will literally move them away from their own children, which is insane. Friend's girlfriend left him for a tractor salesman. She sent him a John Deere letter. It's a pretty good one. I've never seen that movie. My wife still freaks out whenever I change my relationship status on Facebook. What? I change it every so often to screw with her. FYI, I've never changed. Okay, so at this point, it's an inside joke. I mean, at this point, it's basically like it's like how I insist on putting the toilet paper on the toilet paper roll thing, so the toilet paper is upside down because simply because it drives Zach insane. For no other reason, other than I hear him in the bathroom in the morning go, ah, because the toilet paper is the wrong direction, and that makes me so joyous. I just laugh and laugh and laugh. She does? Really? Damn, come on. You just poking. I poke. I'm a poker. I get it. I get it. I get that we're annoying. I definitely poke. Exactly. If they'll cheat with you, they'll cheat on you. Stop being dumb. I don't know how that never clicks. Viata, like, I'm sure you've had the same experience with girlfriends throughout your life. Like, I've watched friends of mine who I've had friends for like 10 plus years just do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And I'm like, bitch, if he cheats with you, he will cheat on you 10 months later. He cheated on me. Whoa, what? Oh my god, you mean you willingly became the other woman once again and was cheated on once again by the same person who made you the other woman again? Wow. Wow, it's almost like people can't help but fucking follow patterns, for fuck's sake. Destiny, oh, is it live right now? Hold up. Oh shit, thank you. Thank you for posting that, Najila. And David, thank you. And Fox, I almost missed these 3 links because they didn't come up on my other chat. That was weird. Is it live right at this exact moment? Holy shit, it is. Is it going live right now? Are we late? Hold on. Dang. All day, you'd never know. Be incredible. All right, let's watch some Destiny shit. I'm excited. I didn't even know they were having a showcase today, or maybe I did. Hold on, let me see. Is this? I think this is when this is the actual start of it. The chat's still going wild because I think it just ended or some shit. I don't fucking know. I never watch those YouTube chats. They're so fucking crazy. Um, explosive, spicy, runny, a little like when it's like watery, but like it's like wet bullets. I didn't flush. It's whatever. In case you didn't know, yeah, it's the sad. It's like I'll cry. I'll cry all the time. It's the saddest thing. So Lance Riddick, he was very young, and he had a total just out of nowhere, out of the blue, he passed away this past year, and it was heartbreaking. And he is a very massive character in the game, and he's like, I'm just really emotional about it. It's still really really sad. And playing the game, you hear his voice constantly, and it just fucking drives you crazy. She's Portuguese? How the fuck did you pin that, Sarah? Good job. Hold on, if I can get this. It's so hard to read. There's like a tribute on the back of this. This is him. This is his character. Oh, that's the Google. God damn it, Sarah, you're so smart. I wish I would have done it. I wish I would have thought of it. So the front of it, it's his character from the game, and it says, I'm gonna cry while I read this. I'm gonna try not to, but it's still really sad. Lance Riddick, our commander. And then it has, I have a little light over here. Hold on. This little light of mine. It says, you guys will know what it means. It's so small. Pair Audacia ad Astra. Yeah, Sarah. It was really, I mean, some months ago. I don't know exactly when it happened, maybe a little bit longer than that. It's so sad. I know. So Lance Riddick, you know who he is? This is Zavala, and he's a main character in Destiny. He voice acts, and you guys, know his voice. It's just like so epic. So when he passed away, it was horrific. The game community, like, there's tributes to him all throughout the game and stuff. Like, people just still to this day are just fucked up over it. Yeah, and this is a community member 3D printed this for me. I mean, it's seriously like unbelievable quality. I have yet to paint it because I'm scared to ruin it. But on the back is the tribute to him, and it's passed in March. There you go. So it was a bit ago. I mean, not a bit ago. Maybe like it doesn't matter. It's too soon. He was way too young. So I'm gonna try to read this without crying. Dear Lance, it's already happening. Dear Lance Riddick, on behalf of the entire Destiny community, I want to express our gratitude for your hard work and contributions to the game. Fuck me. Ugh. Your portrayal of Commander Zavala was particularly memorable, and you made us feel like we were fighting alongside a true hero. The fact that video games can do this is just wild. Your dedication to the role and your willingness to engage with the community and have made you a beloved figure in the Destiny universe. While we're deeply saddened by the news of your passing, we want you to know that your legacy in the game will live on forever. We will miss your voice, your presence, and your talent. You've left is that indelible? Yeah, you've left an indelible mark on our hearts, and we will forever be grateful for everything you've done for us. Stop. Per Audacia ad Astra. Do you know what that means, Sarah? You know Latin. Is that Latin? Commander, you will be deeply missed. Sincerely, the Destiny community. Fucking pussies. He was a Baltimore man, I know. Okay. It's PER per space Audacia space ad space Astra. Astra. People have told me what it means a million times and I always forget. Oh, BDO, you're right though. BDO gets it. Do you ever just cry when you hear him in the game or you have to go get a mission from him? Cause same. Ad Astra. Yeah, it's Audacia. Audacia is the one that's fucking me up. Audacia. Audacia. Audacia? Through Audacity to the stars? Yeah, Audacia is the one that's tossing me up. Audacity, boldness. That's what I was thinking. Like, go to the stars boldly or something. Yeah, I think my light just fucking dimmed. Hold on. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah. Sweet that he touches you so much. How could you even handle being a nurse? Had to have been tough for you. I mean, kind of. I've talked about that a little bit before. It's a very weird mentality working in the hospital because you kind of like compartmentalize a lot of it. It's really hard if you spend an excessive amount of time with a patient and their family. Some patients literally are in the hospital like 9, 10 months, a year and a half before they pass away or something like that. Those are really, really hard because you do get to know them and you get used to their voice and you go into work and you just kind of expect them to be there and they're no longer there like permanently. And that's really fucked up. But that's part of the reason I kind of like, I looked at a lot of the older RTs that have been lifetime RTs and like 99.9% of them were miserable human beings who were super psychologically not okay. And I just think it was like years and years and years of that compartmentalizing. Cause it's like, if you think about it, like if someone you love more than anything in the world is dying, that's happening in every single room in my unit. And so I have to go from every single room and like have those emotions with you, experience that experience, and then like rinse and repeat and rinse and repeat and then like go home and be a normal human because everyone's uncomfortable with death and they don't want to hear about your job. It's really fucked up. You start to just like really start to bury shit down, 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 down. You smoke way too much weed, probably. A lot of medical professionals are alcoholics, to be honest, or have some sort of substance abuse issue. And it's just because you don't really have the time. And it's like, if I come into your patient's room who's going through this catastrophic moment and I'm bawling my eyes out from the patient next door, like that's not fair to you either. So it's like, I don't know. It was weird. It's interesting. Um, I guess I have an ability to turn it off when I want to, but I don't have to here, so I don't. If that makes sense. Katie has the emotions. I'll never forget feeling so bad when you looked at your Nana's funeral. Oh my God. I'll never forget that, Sarah. I've never been more emotionally fucked up than Nana's funeral, I don't think. Like, I couldn't even speak. Every time someone came over and tried to speak to me, they would just look at me like, oh my God. And I'd just be like, I couldn't, man. Yeah. That shit fucked me up. No, I mean, if anything, the way I think of it, Sarah, is like, we were pretty blessed to have such a badass Nana that it like hit me that hard. I try to think of it more that way now, you know? Like, everybody dies, so it's inevitable, but at least I'm not sitting there thinking like, "Aw, thank fuck." You know what I'm saying? Yep, it's exactly a cop being in the, military of any kind. Yeah, I assume it's really similar. It's that compartmentalizing to save your own sanity and to save people around you. But long term, I don't know what it really does to you mentally. Like, I think it kind of stunts your emotional growth or something because you're not really dealing with it. And in most of those professions, if not all of them, you're not required and or you're not even offered psychological care in any way, shape, or form. I remember the one time one hospital ever even mentioned like going to therapy for the nursing staff and the respiratory therapy staff was because we had a horrific child die, a jet death, I should just say. A child died in the ER and it was a horrific incident. And the hospital was like, we're offering therapy on this one day from like noon to 2. If you can go, you're welcome to. And we were all just like, oh my God, okay. Yep, that's how this goes then. It was really fucked up. Audacious is a correct Latin word, the state or quality of being bold. Boom, we guessed it. Yes, boldness, daring, intrepidity. Intrepidity. I know it's intrepid. Intrepidity? Damn, I don't think I've ever said that. Courage, valor, confidence, a daring or courageous action, daring audacity. Audacity, boom. Okay, we kind of guessed it then. Nice. Nice. Teamwork makes the dream work. Meanwhile, my spectrum ass didn't shed a goddamn tear. I mean, Sarah, I was just talking about this with chat yesterday. Cause like, you know how I'm like always fucking cold all the time? Like if wind blesses my skin, I'm like, oh my God, I need a jacket. It's like, according to my therapist and like multiple people have informed me, this is like a thing that goes along with some ADHD stuff is like being overly sensitive. And I would literally give almost anything to just like not feel something for one day. And by like that, I don't mean emotions. I mean, like, I just don't want to be existentially crisised by a hair on my head tickling my cheek. Just for a day. Just like one. I don't know. It feels maybe relaxing. D2 is a 16.33 update. Holy shit. Good too. I'm gonna make a note. Bless you, David. Holy crap. I know, sir. I hate it so much. It's like if I'm not around water, I make it for myself. Okay. Let's watch. Powers. My asshole is moist for that one. What the fuck? As a solar warlock main who abuses sun bracers, that magma shit made my nipples hard. Side note, did you know Nathan Fillion plays a warlock? He doesn't even play a hunter, man. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like, nobody wants to play themselves, but Jesus fucking Christ. The newest content that's in Destiny is Lightfall, right? I believe it's Lightfall is the name of it. What? Oh God, I don't even remember the order of them anymore. Yeah, the newest expansion. I honestly, warlocks are dank. The only thing I can't get down with warlocks is the hover jump. I just jump off cliffs all day, and I'm a useless person. I just have never, like, I need that triple jump hunter. I've been a hunter or a Titan main since the beginning, and I need that jump. Like, at least directional. Like, that hover, I'll just be like, bah, off a cliff, and my whole team's like, oh, she did it again. Because there's no direction. There's, like, so little. I'm so used to having directional control, I guess. I'm just not used to it. Yep, you just slowly float, and it takes for fucking ever because you can't stop the float, so you're just like, here we go. I know, but the warlocks are some of the hardest people to beat. Like, people that are good at playing a warlock are phenomenal. I just can't. I can't with that hover shit. I don't know how. I think they just like, they don't. I think this is the difference between, like, the classes in general, is that warlocks mostly use their jump as a, like, tactical ability to attack people. Because when I'm, like, doing PvP or Crucible or anything like that, I mostly see warlocks just doing their triple hover or whatever, just super high, and then, like, pewing people from their little hover spot. They're not really using it to move. And I'm so used to my jump, my triple jump being part of just how I get around. I'm basically, like, parkouring off walls and shit, that I try to use the hover the same way. And, you know, hover one direction, try to jump again, and your hover's just like, ah. And I'm off a cliff. Strand Titan, fuck yeah. Solar Warlock, Void Stasis Hunter, fuck yeah. I've never gotten into a Warlock. I play Void Titan. It's just the best in my opinion. And then my Hunter I've been bouncing. I kind of really like Arc. Obviously Arc is amazing, and that Arc fucking floating bullshit with the, like, pew, 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 spin it around your head like a helicopter nonsense. Very excited for that. Like, that's gonna be fucking sick. I just got a call from corporate. I've been placed in a youth center nonprofit. Why am I going to be responsible for children? Oh, who did you piss off? Strand. I think it's Strand is the green stuff. I never pay attention because I just move quickly, but I think it's Strand. Strand Hunter is pretty fucking dank. Like, I just zoom around between all my little green poops and just shoot things. It's pretty fucking fun. Void Warlock's good. I could see that because you could literally do your little hover shit and then do the bow arrow void ability, whatever. I prefer Hunter, but I can do others without much issue. Me too. I love Hunter. I really enjoy Titan. Warlock, I just, like, I would need to put in some serious time playing a Warlock by myself before I would ever play it with a team or anything, because I seriously, like, pop and hover off a cliff, and then my team's sitting there waiting to revive me forever, and literally I've had strangers squat on my face because I'm so annoying doing it, and I'm like, you know what? Warlock's gotta get deleted. I'm too used to moving fast, I think. I need a character that moves fast. Gotta move fast. It's my thing. Warlock main use what I call downdraft jumping, which is jump trigger flow while they're already falling to get a speed boost. Oh. I kind of get that. I know, the Dark Hole Super looked fucking sick. Sticky itch. I think it's because you're taking over, like, the powers of the hive, so they're feeling hivey. It's the season of, I don't know. I guess that's the inside joke. I'm guessing. No, it's cool. It's cool. I just kept thinking of actual hives. I've been playing for the past, like, 6 months pretty regularly, and Destiny has felt more lately like original Destiny than it ever has before. It just feels like fun, less complicated, never clusterfucked. I never feel like it's overwhelmed, like the servers are overwhelmed or anything. I get into shit fast. I never wait more than, like, 5 minutes to get into any match for anything. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only one who's Fox, because I was just like, And not only did she say, like, it's a seasonal hive, she was like, "We're feeling really hivey or something." It is worked on Steam Deck. It kinda makes sense. It's a huge fucking game, and it's online, and I don't know. I know there are huge games online, though, but that's kind of a bummer. That's a bummer. I don't know if I'd wanna play it on it. Jesus fucking Christ! I don't know if I'd wanna play it on Steam Deck simply because it'd be so small, it'd kill my eyes. D4, that's what I was gonna say, David. That's what I kinda retracted my statement because I was like, there's a lot of big, beautiful games that work on Steam Deck really well, so I think it's kind of a personal thing. With that one, like, probably. BG3, that's what I've heard. BG3 works really well on the deck. The only reason I don't use games like that on the deck is because I feel like I can't see anything. Like, I'm like this with it, trying to look up close. I don't know. It reminded me when I was in Italy and I got heat hives because I had no clothes to walk around town with except for sweatpants. Oh my god, in 40°C weather. That sounds fucking misery. I think I've only had hives like once. And it was from eating like fruit stand fruit that my mom didn't rinse off, and I think we got some pesticides in our system or something. Me and my sisters all just sat in the back of her car on a road trip and like mowed a huge like pound of Bing or no Rainier cherries, and then we all took a nap. And when we woke up a couple hours later, we were covered in just hives. All three of us just like bleh, riddled. It was itchy. Oh, it is. It's a bungee thing that's an issue. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, it doesn't excuse it. Yeah, I don't, Mr. Fox. I mean, I used to do that shit to myself when I was younger because I was so insecure about my body. I remember first time I ever went to Disneyland, I think I was like 11 or 12, and I insisted on wearing like cargo pants and a dark blue hoodie, a dark blue champion hoodie the entire time I was there. And I was dying. I think I vomited a few times, but I was just like, God forbid someone sees my flesh. Weird. I had blisters on my arms, similar because I felt sunscreen didn't work on me. Oh, because I still burned. Oh my god, that kind of happened to my sister Joshua. David, we were in Arizona one year. We used to go there all the time, Arizona, Vegas, and hang out with my grandparents. And we were laying by the pool, and Joshua is very much like a child of the sun. She used to fake bake. I think she sprays tans now. Think fuck, so she's not killing her skin anymore. But she used to fake bake and like live in the sun, just tanning. She used tanning oil. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but like in the tanning lotion or like the sunscreen aisle, whatever, there'll be like spray bottles and it'll say tanning oil and it'll say it has an SPF on it. I don't know. I have a chemistry degree, but like not in depth on that level where like in my brain, SPF and oil. I don't know what that SPF is doing, if it's an oil, I don't know. But one year we went to my grandma's house in Arizona and my Joshua covered herself in that tanning oil. And I don't know if it was like hives or if it was actually heat rash that just developed into what looked like hives. It was like raised, really rough red skin all over her body. And from that moment on until she moved out of the house, I haven't seen her in years now. Because of those weird hives, that skin wouldn't tan anymore. Like it was like scarred and had to heal. So it looked like she had leopard spots on her stomach, like a cat. It was hilarious. I mean, she didn't care as long as her skin got better, but it was fucking weird. I had hives from amoxicillin. Oh, are you allergic to the cillins? My little sister is too. I wonder if there's something to that. I'm gonna get a nice tan. That's exactly what it was. I mean, no shred, Aquarium. My mom told me when her and all her sisters were kids, they would literally like coat their body in baby oil and then wrap like a record in tin foil and sit outside and let the tin foil like reflect it onto their neck. This is the generation getting all the plastic surgery on their neck. So like, I wear so much sunscreen on my neck now. I'm like, I don't want to ever pay a doctor to cut me up on purpose if I can help it. So I'm just gonna wear the shit because holy crap. Not only if sun doesn't give you sun cancer, it ages your skin like crazy. It's wild. At least it said it had some sort of SPF. Y'all remember legit tanning oil? Like that's what I'm saying. That's my mom. She told me that the tanning oil is literally it's just baby oil with like some like bronzer copper pigment in her or whatever. It's the same shit. That's all it does. The Cillians. Yep, my little sister is deathly allergic to that stuff. Thankfully, I'm not. What kind of antibiotics do you take if you get silly? If you get sick, Molly. I tried to put sick and Molly together and it made silly, so here we are. Um, what's that smell? Is the neighbor making bacon outside and burnt hair? Weird. Do you guys hear something? Interesting. Some people cook cookies in their cars, some people cook their skin on their body. It's like, you know, to each their own, right? Um, I wanted to pause it there in between the shits, because in between the shits, in between them talking, because we need to take a break already. Because I pause. I like pausing it and talking through it. I hope that's doesn't annoy anybody. But if I waited till the very end, I wouldn't remember the whole thing to talk about it. What kind of antibiotics do you take if you get silly? All of them. Lithuanian healthcare. To get silly. I swear I can speak sometimes. Kind of not joking. Antibiotic abuse is real. Oh, really? Well, I mean that's I mean, I think it either is a problem in most, developed countries or was a problem. I don't know how much of a problem it is getting antibiotics nowadays in the US, but I know that for instance like MRSA, methicillin resistant Staphylococcus aureus is a hospital-borne infection. Like, it was born because of the misuse and overuse of antibiotics. So you know how, like, if you use hand sanitizer or anything like that, it always says, "Kills 99.9% of germs." Well, what essentially happened in layman's there's a fruit fly in here, sorry. What essentially I'm not just being very fluency with my hand. What essentially happened was, in very layman's terms, that 1.1% that survived your hand sanitizer, survived your antibiotics, lived to fuck and made super bugs that now we don't have any antibiotic to do anything about. And it was born in the hospital, and it's crazy. The stats on, like, over 60% of nursing staff and doctors probably have staph in their nose just because we're around it 24/7. It's just there. It's fucking wild. If you don't see your nurses washing their hands, ask them to. Here in Sweden, it's like you have to be dying to get antibiotic. And see, that's like I don't know if this is the case, but I know just I think this is my theory. My theory is that people are like in general uneducated about virus versus bacteria or like a bacterial infection because why would you need to be educated on that stuff? Your doctor should be. But unfortunately what happens is if you get a cold that is a viral infection and you go to the doctor and you're like, "I feel like shit. I need something. I have to work." Sometimes they will literally give you a Z-Pack to shut you the fuck up. And I don't like that. It doesn't excuse it, but I've seen it a lot. They just want you to go away, and they don't have the time to sit there and say, "Well, antibiotics do nothing for a virus. It's just going to give you a fucking yeast infection in your pussy, but sure." But like people are so kind of like brain fucked into that band-aid behavior. Like instead of looking at, maybe we should stay home, maybe we should rest, it's just like put a band-aid on it, keep going because we're all poor and we're all broke and we got to keep going. It's kind of crazy. It's like a negative feedback loop almost, right? If it's a clear day 12C, 53F, I burn within 20 minutes. That's like Zach. He has pink white skin. He burns so fucking easily. I don't remember the last time I had a fucking sunburn. No shit. The malaria medicine you broke out for it, I had a Z-Pack though. But did you break out from the Z-Pack? When I lived in Lithuania, I would get sick so often, get antibiotics every time. It was a vicious cycle. Yep. It's the feedback loop, exactly. It's just like and then if you take antibiotics too often without having an actual bacterial infection, then your body will start to fight antibiotics because antibiotics literally mean anti-life. Like they kill everything, which is why you get thrush and a yeast infection and things like that when you're on antibiotics. There's no antibiotic that's like targeted towards just the thing that's making you sick. It kills everything. Everything. So eventually your body will be like, "We're tired of these. They do nothing good." And they'll start to build resistances. And then when you actually do have a deadly bacterial infection, no antibiotics will work for you. Your body will destroy them before they can do anything. It's pretty fucked up. Z-Pack was okay. Okay, good. I was going to say, don't take anything if it makes you sick. Okay, quick break. I just have to pee really quick and run a fucking ad because I talk too much. Quick break, my dudes. Oh shit balls. Someone gave me I think BDO gave me the TikTok of Lance. Is this the one, like his last voice thing? The one that makes us all just cry and cry and cry and cry and cry? Is that this one? I just want to mentally prepare myself. It's really, really good. It's just like, it's his last, I don't know, time being Zavala before he passed away, and it's really fucking heartbreaking. acidity in your diet, i.e., not enough veggies, fruits, and alkaline foods, the stomach acid can become so acidic that it will bubble up to the point of the sphincter at the top of your stomach and melt the sphincter. So what will happen is when you eat something that causes your stomach acid to bubble up because it's super acidic, I'm basically meat, bread, shitty food. It'll cause that stomach acid to bubble up, but because the sphincter has melted, it starts to create like this kind of lump in your throat, like a hot lump in your throat. It's real gross. Prilosec. Um, maybe some Pepto or some Tums. I would try that before like heffing yourself to the ER and freaking out. Seriously. Like if you're breathing fine and you're not choking, like yeah. It's my GERD. She's got GERD. My mom has GERD. She deals with it really. It's real bad. Hiatal hernia will cause that feeling sometimes too. Yep. So you've kind of got the grand. You've got the grand. I mean, I don't want to like discourage you from going to the ER if you're truly scared. Like, please go to seek medical attention. But it sounds like something like that. Do you have GERD as well? Yeah, it's pretty common. I think some people get it. I think my mom got it literally from just young. I watched it today and I showed stream, but I'm totally willing to watch it again. It was the very first thing I played this morning. And honestly, I'm a little insulted you weren't here to watch it with us. Hmm. Hmm.
I gave it a watch.
It's just so good. It's off the fucking hook. Will he get? I think you get. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've been led to believe. I think if you are, excuse me, an American president, you have Secret Service the rest of your life, right, ma'am? Is there something I can do for you, you precious beast? Yes. Okay, that's what I thought. So even if you're in jail, right? Oh, did you just fart? Do you need a potty? You stink like a toot. Wanna come say hello, my big fuzzy bear? She's getting groomed tomorrow. They're gonna lose 40 pounds. Oh, they changed it with Obama. Only 10 to 15 years after Obama, the Republicans changed it. Really? Uh, okay. Uh, America is so filthy racist. Like, wow. I mean, it doesn't shock me, but damn, does that barrel go fucking deep. Of course they fucking did, right? Like, Jesus. Uh, yeah, it's just I I hope they feel shame every moment of their existence. I hope they're ashamed of themselves. I just don't have words for that. That is fucking foul behavior. I know I don't need to say it, but holy fucking shit. It's the best itch ever right there. Does that feel so good? Does it feel so good, baby girl? Oh, oh, that's the best. Right in those ear tips. Right in those ear. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's just the best. At this point, it might as well be for life. Most of the people who get elected are fucking ancient. I mean, right? You're right, though. Let's be honest. Like, how many years are they actually realistically going to exist after they're out of office? Dude, good fucking point. Except Obama. She truly is a precious baby. She really is. She's just needy as fuck. Like, if she could, if I could like develop a papoose to carry an 85-pound standard poodle, she would be very happy with that. She just wants to be like on me all the time, which is precious, except when it's 98 degrees out and it's so hot. And you're hot. We're hot together. We're making this hotter together. We're hot together. Don't hit me in the face with your big, big paws. Hi. Big yawn. Oh, did I tell y'all she fucking killed a mouse the other day? Like, killed it. Like, Zach had to coax it out of her mouth, and she wouldn't let it go, and then when she finally like, a minute after he asked her to, she just kinda went, "Bleh," and plopped it out, and it was twitching. Oh. Ugh, my little murderer. You're a murderer, a murderer. Jimmy Carter's still alive. No shit. Wow. Oh, he's got a terminal, like, cancer or something? That's sad. He's in hospice? At least he's in hospice. I mean, for everyone's faults, no one should, I mean, almost no one should suffer at the end. That shit sucks. Isn't 50 years old the minimum age to run for president? It's I know there is a minimum age. Is it like, I don't think it's 50. I think it's like 35 or 40, I want to say. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I think it's like, I feel like it was 35 and they raised it or something, which is weird because I should not be president. I'm 35. That's not a good, I'm a baby. I'm a child. Look at me and my child. Me too. Well, the thing is, it may be 35, but when's the last time we voted in a president? JFK. Yeah, there you go. I was going to say JFK is the last president we voted in around that age. How old was Obama when he was voted in? It is 40s, right? Oh my God, Mayo. I could never. No one would like me. I'd be way too controversial because I have nothing to lose. So I would just say what I think, and they would fucking hate that. He was 47. He looks good for his age. He looks great. I would have guessed earlier, like 40 or something like that. But yeah, he looks good for his age. I don't know who gave me this link, but I just realized it's still in my link shit, and I just want to read it because I don't know what the fuck. Neil's adventures in the mundanely paranormal. He was a boy, she was a girl. I'm a sentient octopus. He was a punk, she did ballet. I have 8 prehensile legs. I don't know what's happening. He wanted her, she'd never tell. I crept up from the bowels of hell. All of her friends, and those too as well, will fall from the seas, start to swell. When the seas start to swell. Najeel, this is incredible. He was a skater boy. She said, see you later, boy. Neither significant to me. I am a cephalopod, a miniature elder god, and soon all my brethren will be free. That is amazing. JFK was 43. That's pretty young. I mean, Mayo, that's true. I feel like you have to have money, though, to campaign for president. That's the only thing. It's always going to be someone who's not very good on the inside because you have to have so much money to do it. But I appreciate your faith in me. President Obama signed a law restoring lifetime protection to former presidents and their families from the Secret Service, overturning a previous 10-year limit imposed by a bill signed in 1997. This bipartisan bill, S-47, passed by the Senate February 12, 2013. So, okay, hold on. So it's not a 10-year limit anymore. They get it forever now, which is basically 10 years because they're all so fucking old, except Obama. So it sounds like it was flipped and then not flipped. So it was Clinton. Big shocker there. Yo, farting. Do you want to go outside? I think we have to take a break. I think my dog needs to shit again. I don't know. She's got the shits because she's just like sitting next to me, farting and licking my legs and panting. I apologize, but you know, dogs. Am I right? You're shit assing. Okay, I'm gonna take her outside and let her shit really quick. I apologize. I'm wondering what you ate because you're shitting an awful lot today. I'll be right back, my dudes. Pray my dog gets it all out or whatever. It's annoying a little, but I'm very grateful that I work from home and that I can take my dog out when she needs to shit if she has the shits. Because Lilith's got some digestive system problems. Like, she's always been kind of pukey and shit. Nothing wrong with her, just like one of those dogs. But she does it. She's done it a couple times, like at night. If she has the shitties at nighttime, I'll just wake up and she's this close to my face, panting and drooling, just like just drool, and I'll be like, "Oh, you need to go potty," and she just gets fucking stoked. I'm so glad she does that though, because I don't like. Can you imagine? I mean, seriously, like people like you, Donna, and other people who have digestive problems, like not being able to go when you need to. Like, I hope to fuck I never become a super hard sleeper that I don't wake up when she does that. Like, I like knowing that she feels like she can wake me up by just heavy breathing and drooling in my face. You know what I'm saying? Everybody poops, man, and everybody has weird poops. People need to be less weird about it. The only time poop is an issue is if you're just walking around with it on your person. Aside from a colostomy bag, obviously. But, like, end of story, right? What is on my boob? Is that from you guys? Yeah. Do you drool on me? Yeah. Yeah, like, that's the only time, but other than that, like, everybody has to shit. Like, it's human it's, like, maybe the most natural thing we all do is, like, piss and shit, right? It's not to be weird about it, but it is. Right, Donna, and that's dude, I don't even know what I would do. Have you ever seen that clip of a it's like a hold on. Yeah, it's the first thing that comes up. Great. I don't know what the fuck this was for, but this is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life in terms of shits. Oh my god, is there multiple where is that music coming from? I hear doubles. Not today, Satan. Where are you? Get the fuck out. Okay, sorry about the double music. Bless you, young. She doesn't drool. If only. She drools all over my face. Like, she gets like a little kid, like, Mom, Mom. Like that kind of shit. Okay, this is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Honest to God. No. That was a target. It's old internet like this that gives me life. Right, Dread? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, where was I'm sorry. Where the fuck was the forethought? Like, what was she planning? He sure is bloated. Let's push on his tummy and look at his asshole. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck were you? What was your plan? What is this video? I don't get it. Make it make what's under right? Like, what was she? Oh, it's totally that dog's face says I've been targeted more than most things in this world. Ma'am, where was your what's your fucking game plan here? Right. I mean, one of the first things you learn in nursing school is you never stand directly in front of an orifice. Ever. Whether that's a pee-pee, an asshole, a fucking mouth hole, or a trach. You never stand in the direct fucking fire of a beehole. If it's, I mean, I don't think it was. That's like old shit internet. I think that was someone who was trying to make a video about how to give your dog massage when they're bloated or something. I think I looked it up ages ago. Like, I think it was before the birth of staged internet videos, if you know what I mean. I don't know though. Maybe. Like, it's so awkward. It reminds me of The Room with that Wisu dude. Yeah, I think it was one of those because you hear like that PBS music in the background, you know, where it's like do 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 do. Let's give our puppy a massage. Like, I think it was supposed to be one of those, like I don't know, the early form, because that's an old one. I don't even know how old the actual clip is. I just Googled it real quick. That was literally just posted 4 years ago, but that is ancient. Tommy Wiseau, right? That's what that reminds me of. Is like that level of awkward when people first started getting their own cameras and doing their own shit. You know? Like we weren't quite there yet, but we tried. There was another, I don't know. There was a video. I don't know why that reminded me of this. Hold on. Just on the note of things that make me laugh. This is just another old internet video. If you have fears of literally, it's definitely breast cancer. Come to our clinic and get diagnosed today. Schnab schnabble blah 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 5555 naman schnabba may cause anal leakage minimal. Yeah. If you're afraid of what's it called? What are they called? Theme park rides? Some people are afraid of theme park rides. This might make you really, but if that kid wasn't kind of chubby, he'd probably be dead. I think his chin and titties literally saved his life. Holy shit. Rumor has it that boy never recovered from the trauma. Rumor has it that boy owns Disneyland now. It's so much worse watching such a high quality version of it where you actually hear what she says. Holy fuck. You're going down maniacal laughter. I'm almost sad I brought it up because it's so much worse now. Jesus Christ. So I'm saving a row on the bus for us all on our way to hell. I mean, I hope you guys like the smell of shit because we're all going to be covered in each other's one day in the bowels. I mean, those rides, it's kind of like Saron was saying, Donna. I don't think they're really checked for maintenance or safety or anything, especially like the traveling carnival kind of ones. I'm not saying they're all unsafe or anything like that, but I don't think there's any maintenance involved there at all. I mean, and I think they're in one of those things that's like it pulls you down like in a slingshot thing, and then you just kind of bounce up and down in it. And that's why he kept bouncing up and like, I don't know what would keep you. Like, they needed a crotch buckle. All they had was like this, right? Like a crisscross shit. But all the rides I've been on that do that, where you're kind of flying out of your seat, they have like the crotch one where you between your dick, in your dick, on your dick, whatever you said. You know what I mean? I feel like they needed that for a ride like that. Anybody? Like, she was holding it. That's the only reason she stayed in. That poor kid, though. My God. Check that. Dude, I like what Dredd said. That child needs to shit in Janice's fucking pillow. Rumor has it he was acquitted for Janice's murder. We're going to run into a true crime about Janice here pretty soon. I agree. Yep. Nope. No, I think his weight saved him, is what I'm saying, Donna. I think, honestly, like, Sternlin made a joke like he was one chin away from falling, but, like, for real, if that kid hadn't been kind of chubby, I don't think that seat would have held him in. He was too small or something. Like, his body frame just wasn't big enough. But those straps literally were, like, clung onto his, boob flesh. 5-point hard is the norm these days. This way, at least 30 years ago. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too. Yeah, I'm not, like, a purveyor of parks, but I've been to Disney World and Disneyland and a few times in my life. And they always have the clunk clunk, and it kind of like, it's almost like the harness they have in airplanes and shit like that, because a lot of those rides go upside down. Like, you're not being held in by fucking anything. Killing Floor? Wait, did I play Killing Floor? Is that the one with clowns? Oh, wait, did we see this during one of the announcement things, Psycho? Oh God, why do I remember us talking? Or did we? Maybe we saw something we thought it was going to be the new Killing Floor. Was just announced. Okay, I think when we were watching what was it, like Ubisoft or whatever, the E3 stuff, something came out and we were all like, "Oh, this must be the new Killing Floor," and it totally was not. Yeah, neck fat grabbed onto the belt and saved him. That's all I'm saying. Like, a skinny kid would have flown out of that seat. It's like, it's not safe. It's just not safe. Starfield Presser? Which one, Starfield? Is that the one where you have to pay $1,000 for real ships that you can lose in real time? Yeah, traveling, I'm assuming so too. Like, it was literally in a parking lot. Like, they were being flung up into a parking lot. I'm assuming that wasn't any, also, I mean, what ride at Disneyland or any of the big massive parks would allow like a camera to, would allow that kind of footage to get out about one of the rides? You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's Star Citizen. Starfield is the new Bethesda one. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Too many names. They're all so fucking similar. People need to get original these days. Like, Jesus Christ. Okay, this is the killing floor. Beauty standards. Small face, big eyes, sharp chin, skinny legs, thin waist, huge butt. You want to marry a praying mantis. Is it just a wish for death? You've been rewatching the Alien Saga? Fuck yeah. All me screaming in horror and hiding my face behind my... Yep, same. Behind my blanket pillows because my body reacts viscerally to the horror of face huggers and gore. Me too. I will literally be crawling up the wall behind my bed at a certain point. Like, it just... Especially when you see things like, in people's stomachs before they burst out. I'm just like, huh? Oh my... No! Like, I'll literally sit there and start chanting under my breath, it's not real, it's not real, it's not real, it's not real. Just to try to separate myself from it. Hard same. Yes, it is. That's kind of what I thought. I've actually seen, so get this, I've seen the praying mantises in my yard, like, fucking, and the female will eat the head of the female or, like, break it off and snack on it, and because they are bugs and don't need their head, they just keep on fucking. And the only reason he dies is he starves to death. Burps will absolutely help. Gloom, we were talking about this the other day. I don't know if you were here, but something that I learned when I was a kid and that a few people actually in chat helped reconfirm is when you have like the bubble guts is what I call it, basically like gas of any kind, whether it's GERD or going out the other way, laying on your left side in the fetal position, it helps gravity work and helps things move along quicker and helps gas escape your body as opposed to causing pain, whether it's burps or tootsies. Laying on your left side. It's a legit thing. I remembered it from childhood. I think my brother has, I always forget which one it is. Is it diverticulitis? The one where you have like wrinkles in your intestines that gather seeds and stuff and they get stuck. Yeah. And it's like legit. Like a bunch of people we were talking about the other day and a bunch of people in chat who have digestive issues were like, nope, that's absolutely legit. It works. I do it. And I was like, cool. I wasn't told bullshit. Yeah, my boost saved my life with this new knowledge. No shit, left side and it helps when trying to sleep. Yeah, right side immediately I felt acid in my throat. Yeah, because it's like going the opposite way. Tums with gas relief. They look like large Skittles, kind of. I think I've seen those ones, yeah. Yeah, Donna, I mean, honestly, it's nice to have confirmation of that, because I don't normally have, like, digestive issues. I'm more of this problem, my face. Fuck me, fuck you. That's pretty fucking great. Hold on, I'm moving the Starfield one over. So that looked like really bland, right? It looked like kind of stripped of anything fun. Yeah, underwhelming. Thank you, Bronx. It felt super underwhelming. What did we? I don't think we saw. Yeah, was that Starfield? There's two different games, David. I always fuck them up. There's It's the one by, yeah, Starfield. Yeah. It just, yeah, I just didn't. Should we watch it again? Did I miss it? And like I'm a big fan, but this bothers me. So, personal thing, this is literally just a personal thing and I'm totally aware of it, but it's my biggest qualm with some of the newer Star Wars movies. I don't watch Star Wars for the people. I watch it for the Jim Henson and the CGI. And when you strip a Star Wars movie of all of that and you just give me people in like sand garb, I don't care anymore. People, they're everywhere. I see them all the time. I'm good. I don't want to spend my hours away from people with people in a game. They're always jank, and I'm cool with messy jank. But man, how many years has it been since Skyrim, and they just look the same quality? I don't know. I can't do it. I just like, Bethesda's expensive. They're gonna launch some expensive fucking game that's gonna have 1 million patches on release, and I just expect them to maybe move with the times because other people are doing it. I'm glad you said it, Kinger, because yeah, it's totally a Bethesda face. They keep updating their jank engine instead of moving to something new. At least the ship's environments look better than Fallout 4. They do. The ships and stuff look cool. They just don't look very fun. They look like overtly realistic, which I guess to some people who are like nerdy about the insides of planes and stuff like that, like dope. That's probably crack to you. But for me, I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna put effort into doing that. Like that doesn't look cool. There's no holographs. Where's the little worm who controls where my ship goes? Who lives in a little bauble that hangs next to my head and I talk to him sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Where's that? I want that. Not people. Are you ready for this? Wait, apparently something impossible happened with this new Bethesda game. This one? Starfield review impressions appear early, confirming what fans had hoped. First impressions for Starfield are being leaked left and right and center, and they're all saying excellent things about Bethesda Space Explorer. So what wasn't expected? What? People suck Bethesda dick, dude. I totally expect people to love the games. Literally, what's his fuck could shit in a bag and people would be like, it was the best game of my life. People love Bethesda. Since early copies of the game were released to reviewers, fans have diligently watched the first impressions, desperate to know if the game is truly as good as they hope it is. So far, it seems to be the case. While specific information cannot be shared due to the game's embargo, I thought that said embryo for a minute. I was like, what the? No bugs? Then it's not Bethesda. I don't know. I need at least one or two. Reviewers have shared spoiler-free thoughts on the game's quality and performance, and they're all saying exceptionally good things. Twitter user Nico Mueller shared a roundup of details. Final product looks better than what was presented. Gorgeous environments, no bugs so far, outstanding draw distance, lots of details in interior locations. While Starfield's visuals are undoubtedly going to be amazing thanks to the decision to lock the game's frame rate at 30 FPS, that's why it looks fuzzy. To enhance the resolution, the comment about there being no bugs is what's getting fans most excited. Dude, they've always had bugs. They're never like game breaking. There's great news for fans, many of which were concerned Starfield's vast open world would likely cause a lot of problems for the game's performance. Xbox quelled the concerns by promising Starfield will have the fewest bugs ever found in a Bethesda title, even pushing the developer to delay the game by a year to ensure quality build. Wow. Pretty cool. Is anyone super excited for it? And can I ask you why? Because it just looks so fucking generic to me. I'm just looking at screenshots of it now. It just looks like every space game, movie, etc. I've ever seen. Like desolate landscapes, people in white astronaut suits. But I don't see any aliens. Like nothing that doesn't look like rocks or tech. Is it just me? Can you tell me what it is that makes you excited? I'm genuinely asking. Because I want to be, but like it looks really it's like being excited for vanilla ice cream when it's really hot out. Like, yeah, it's really hot out and I'll take some ice cream. I don't care what fucking flavor it is, but I'd prefer chocolate. That's kind of what I feel about it. Like, I'll probably tap into it, especially if it's for free on Game Pass, but it looks kind of like maybe all the content's going to be in the story and I won't be paying attention to that, unfortunately. So I probably won't get much out of it, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, 12 minutes of game. Is this like people leaking this under when they're not supposed to? They're gonna get in trouble. There's some alien critters in some of the trailers. I suspect any intelligent aliens would be spoilers. I mean, I don't even need an intelligent alien. Just like a herd of alien cows that moo at me, but instead of mooing, like bubbles come out of their skin pores or something. I don't know. Not enough to get me to pay like a Bethesda price for yet another space game. I guess there's just so many space games out there. Like we were just like all the procedurally generated ones we've all played before, Astroneer and Planet Crafter and the Mars one and blah blah blah. Like there's a million space games out there you can play. You can get them for $10, $5, $2 on a sales day that all essentially do the same thing. It's just not like I feel like I at least do that. I have like my genres of games. Like I have my fantasy game going, I have my space game going, I have my like mindless builder game that I have, and those are my 3 games that are installed at any one time. And I fluctuate between the 3, and it's just like it's not enough to take the place of Destiny. And I don't have enough life hours for 2 space games, I guess. It just kind of makes me really want to play Fallout. Like you would have to make the dialogue in that game or something so fucking nauseatingly interesting for me to it was just so quiet and beige. And it kind of feels like it's one of those games where you're just kind of like see something, kill it, see a planet, look at it, See a thing on the planet, kill it. Which is kind of like, yeah, dude, try it and report back because honestly, I believe that games like this can absolutely not represent themselves in a very good way. And honestly, that's gameplay footage by someone, and they just might not play the way that I like to play games. Like, they might be into that, just floating around and killing random people in space and shit like that. Whereas I'd go build the biggest colony ever, and I'd start a farm of those cute little leaf jumper bugs, and they'd be cows, and they'd moo, and I'd love them, and I would name them all Susan. That's what I want. You know, to each their own. There's someday I'll get a game where I can farm Susan, and someday people will get their like I already have my shoot 'em up game, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And David, that's what I'm saying. The NPCs, like you remember that. If any of you have played a Fallout game or a Bethesda game in general, the dialogue is what sells those games. Like those people sending you on quests and all the characters you run into and stuff like that. That's really what sells that kind of stuff. And I mean, if they get good voice acting, that'd be dank. They tend to recycle voice actors. Like, for instance, Valentine in Fallout is, oh God, what's his name? Like Garrus, I think. He's the guy from the Nightingales who fucking betrays you in Skyrim. And they recycle people like that who are like main characters in their games. And that kind of drives me nuts. Because, like, I played so many hours in Skyrim that by the time I got to Fallout and that voice actor was Valentine, he didn't change his voice in any way, shape, or form. And I could not get immersed in the game at all. All I was doing is looking for Garrus everywhere. It was really weird. Is it Leonardo? Yeah, he just like great voice acting, but like maybe we could go up here for one. I don't fucking know. Fuck. Like shit. There ain't no fucking Garrus in Fallout, and I'm looking for him. I hear him. My body says, "Where the fuck are you?" And instead, there's like this ghoul detective next to me, like mumbling shit, and I'm like, "You're not Garrus. You're not Garrus. You didn't fucking betray me for my armor, did you, bitch?" No, you're a ghoul in Fallout. Stop being Garrus. You're never gonna make Garrus a thing. Voices are important though. Like auditory stuff, you know what I mean? I played Astroneer, No Man's Sky, EVE Online, Elite, Star Citizen. Dude, Bracelayer, honestly, you'd be a great opinion on whether or not it's worth it. Because you have so many space games on your belt. Like, I've played a good amount. My main game that I go to is Destiny. But Mass Effect, the Mass Effect franchise is I feel very, very confident in saying that it's one of the best fucking franchises I have ever played in my life. I still plan on getting a tattoo from that game one day when I can afford life in general. Such a fucking good game. Like it just altered like the stories in Mass Effect were otherworldly. Like Mass Effect just blew my gourd off. And I played it like way late. I think I played it like 13 years. I played the re-release version of it. You know, like the cleaned up what do you call it? The remastered version. That's how long, and it still was fucking amazing. I have over 2K hours in Fallout 4. It's mostly because I love being in that world. Me too. I mean, that was Fallout New Vegas for me. The world of it was just amazing. But I feel like the different people and the characters and the ghouls and the different settlements and stuff, they kind of make it what it is. You know, variety's the spice. And I just didn't see much variety in that game. But I look forward to your reviews because I do love me a good space game. Yep, that's Mercer for me. Every time he pops up, oh, there's Matt. Yep. He is really good in BG3, but it's totally, I 100% get what you mean. It's so identifiable. Yeah, their voice. I just played, oh God, what was it? I tried a game recent. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Oh my God, what was it called? It was free on Game Pass. Fuck, what was it called? Oh, my brain. It was it's a brand new one. It's like, oh my God. It's, right on the tip of my dick. Hold on, I'm gonna look for it. It's right there. It's like Maple Willow something. I don't know, but it's kind of like Little Nightmares. It's kind of a very linear little horror game. And I played a little bit of it and I couldn't get over the narrator. The narrator to this game was like haunting me. Do you guys know the fucking name? Oh fuck, what was it called? But the narrator was like haunting me and I was just sitting there kind of, fucking around in the game listening to her. And it haunted me so much that I actually had to look it up. Bramble. Did anybody play Bramble? I can't remember. Did we play this on stream? I feel like I did. But anyways, the narrator of the game, like anytime you trigger anything in the game, there's a very beautiful female narrator, much like Millie in BG3, who pops up and narrates things or characters, and it's kind of all about Norwegian folklore and stuff like that. And the narrator's voice was so disgustingly familiar, like it would almost bother me. It's Meg from Hercules. But I had to look it up because it was driving me insane that I couldn't place this voice that was so characteristic and so familiar and so like, specifically to someone. Like I couldn't think of it as any. Yes, it's Meg. I'm not shitting you. Oh, I wonder if we can pull up a trailer for it. Yeah. It blew my ass off because I love her voice, but like she sounds exactly like she did whenever Hercules came out, which I think was when I was in middle school. Yeah. Beautiful game, by the way. If you haven't played it, we did play it on stream. We did because Alina was helping me get through it and we talked about all the lore and stuff. We did. We played it on stream and we beat it. Up, I had to. It was one of those voices that I just couldn't drop. I couldn't stop thinking about it. Have you drank some water, Gloom? If you feel unsafe and you get scared, call a doctor. I mean, literally, Gloom. The only difference is the worst case scenario is they'll charge you to tell you what I told you. But literally, like, that's best case scenario, right? That nothing's actually wrong and it just is burning. Like, best case scenario, doc tells you to go home and nothing's going on. Seriously. Like, it doesn't hurt to go get checked if you're feeling gross. If you're feeling poopy, there's nothing wrong with going and getting, like, that's what they're there for. That's why a lot of us fucking pay for our stupid goddamn insurance, is so we have the freedom to go when we feel scared and we feel unhealthy. Like, don't feel bad about going, and you shouldn't feel shame or anything like that. Be like, if you can think back to when it started, if you go to the ER, you go to a clinic, be like, it started this time and it's been consistently the same lump burning feeling from this time to this time. I took antacids, I drank water, I did this, nothing's going away, please help. Seriously. Like, worst case scenario, they send you home best case scenario, they send you home and nothing's wrong. Like, and it can give you peace of mind, though. I firmly believe that having peace of mind, oh, thank you, Donna. Having peace of mind is part of healthcare. And if that means sometimes just going in and double checking and making sure nothing's actually wrong, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Vile, have a beautiful day. Thank you for hanging out today. I'm sorry if I was so fucking boring. I'm so low energy today. I feel like a slug. Ooh, I'll be playing Starfield. It's going to have a main storyline and several factions of NPCs. Fuck yes, like Fallout and ES games. That's what I was kind of hoping for. Also looks like they have some light exploration, crafting, and ship. Dude, the ship building looked not light at all. Dude, this clip you gave me is terrifying. By the way, Donna, did you look at just the thumbnail for it? Creator in the trailers, because then they're kind of spoiling the story, like... I get it, but I mean, if anything, if you didn't, there are VODs of me on my YouTube playing it if you want to watch me play it, but I highly advise you play it yourself. It's a really, really good game. Beautiful, and the music was gorgeous. I grabbed the first one I found. Fuck yeah, dude. The first one I found didn't do it. Apparently, my Googling skills just aren't fucking top-notch anymore. But yeah, we beat that on stream. I couldn't remember if I did or not, and then I remembered that Lena helped with all the Norwegian lore, because it's one of those games where a lot of the story is kind of passive in that you get it via like going different routes and picking up little things and reading it and stuff like that. So if you didn't do it, like if I missed something, we'd come upon some creature and I was like, the fuck is that? And Lena'd be like, I learned a lot. It was pretty cool. She is. I love her. And she can sing. I think that's her singing, isn't it? She's got a beautiful voice too. But yeah, her character, like, all her little one-liners with Hercules are just phenomenal. She's easily sells that movie. Like, her or Hades, probably. Or Pain and Panic. Pain and Panic were pretty dope, too. But yeah, those, I mean, for real, those, for me at least, side characters tend to sell more movies and more shows for me than anything else. I've never, like, there's few and far between main characters in movies or shows where I'm like, that's why I'm watching it. It's usually some, like, side character, some, almost like an NPC that makes me laugh. Like, I watch a lot of movies that have Nick Swartzen in them where he's literally in it for 15 seconds. And when someone's like, hey, Katie, why the fuck do you watch Blades of Glory? That's a terrible movie. I'm like, Nick Swartzen's in it for 15 seconds and he talks about soup and it's hilarious. I watched the full movie just to get there. I don't know. Is that fucked up? Main characters, and they're just, I think they write them so, like, bland and likable in scripts and stuff that they tend to be It's like when someone is just all round goody goody and has no fallible traits, I find them very unrelatable because everybody's flawed. You know, like flaws are kind of, I don't know how to put it, like an not irredeemable trait. Quirk's not the word. I don't fucking know. I'm too tired. I'm too tired for this. Cheers. Honestly, I could probably just put it up on my YouTube, but I won't. Words are hard. Man, it's like I did one of those weird sleeps last night where like I fell asleep kind of early, slept for like an hour and a half, woke up at like 2 a.m, and then stayed awake for 2 hours and then went to sleep for 3 and then got up again. My brain feels like applesauce. Oh my god, I think she is. Holy shit, David. Oh, what's her name? Why can't I? It's Chohiro Sen. Why can't I remember her name? I think you're right. Oh my god, I have to look it up now. I love Spirited Away so much. I think you're right. Yes! She is in Spirited Away. Oh my god, good fucking ear, David. What the fuck was her name, though? Lynn! It's Lynn. Yep. Literally, I can hear the frog dude being like, Lynn, what do you got over there? It smells like human! You mean this roasted newt? Yeah, I watched that movie a few times. Wow, I have to watch Spirited Away now. I have a whole new appreciation for it. I didn't even... Weird that it did it to me in the game and not in that movie. You'd think that would have clung harder. Yeah! I mean, she does a really, really good job, I think, of just putting a different lilt on her voice. So it's similar enough, but not so similar that you suddenly are like, oh my god, that's Meg. Like, immediately. Damn. That's pretty cool. She does talk more in the game, and I was thinking, like, there's not really much else going on in the game, so your brain probably, like, hyper-focuses on what audio you do get. I think she's the only thing talking. I don't think literally anything else, there's any other audio in the whole thing that I can remember. It was a pretty short game. We literally just played it recently. It's weird that I can't remember very much about it. It was good. I think it was just really short. We beat it in, like, 2 days, I think. Maybe 3. Spirited Away is such a fucking good movie. Spirited Away, like, if I ever have a day where I haven't eaten all day and it's 8 p.m. and I know I need to eat, but I have no appetite, I put on Spirited Away. That or Kiki's Delivery Service. Those 2 movies have such well animated and drawn and delicious looking food in them. It is like my fail safe at getting hungry. Putting those on, like, even the disgusting scene at the beginning where the parents are turning into pigs and like mowing down on food, all that food. Like, I could probably eat exactly this much of it, but I would try to eat this much of it, and I would get real excited. Like, I love food. My body doesn't, but I do. Oh, Kiki's is great. There's just a lot of, like... Oh, also, Howl's Moving Castle. I mean, Howl's Moving Castle is a fucking legend, yeah. Yep, Void, thank you. Howl's Moving Castle with the eggs and the... May all your bacon burn. Yep. Yep. Afternoon Metal, how are you, love? Kiki's is really good. I like Kiki's. Kiki's is kind of... It's... sweet. I don't know how else to put it. It's kind of sweet. It's like idealistic, I guess. Have you seen the right My Neighbor's Totoro though? Did you see the one with the Dakota Fanning sisters or the right one? Cuz Disney bought the rights and fucked it sideways. And if you hear the Fanning sisters, you are not watching My Neighbor Totoro, you are watching a bastardized version of a Disney fuckfest. Find the version by Fox and either listen to the sub or the dub. But I highly encourage you not to embrace the Fanning fuck. They literally change half the day. It's not the same dialogue. Like, they actually cut entire lines, script, words, etc. to make it fit more with English. Hey! Fuck you, Disney! Hold on. I'm trying to grab this crispy. I don't know why it's being a douche cockle. Trump et al. Arraignments will be televised. Oh! Yes! Judge McAfee has signed the order allowing live TV cameras in the courtroom, including Atlanta News First. Oh my God, I'm so hard for that. In the Superior Court of Fulton County, state of Georgia. Go fucking Georgia! Donald Jessica Trump. Request to use a recording device. Oh, this is just like the request to use the recording devices and it's been approved. Fucking A. Oh. Well, it's the same. So, like, if you muted the movie, it's the exact same movie. But basically, Fox, like, you know, produced whatever, put all the money into making the original My Neighbor Totoro in Japanese. And then they did an English dub version. And then, like, 10, 12 years later, Disney bought Miyazaki rights. And they decided to, for some, and this is just very personal to me because My Neighbor Totoro is my favorite ever. And I have a very, very soft, like, it's just everything. Disney, for some fucking reason, bought all the Miyazaki and only revoiced My Neighbor Totoro. Why? They want to watch the world fucking burn and they hate Jews. I don't fucking know, but it's literally not even the same dialogue. It's so bad, and I'm sorry, Fanning sisters, stick to modeling. I hate it. I actually have a folder on my desktop, literally just, the title of the folder says, the most important folder of your life. And all that's in it is a picture of my pug, Millie, and the original My Neighbor Totoro from Fox. Because you can't find it. You have to, like, you acquire it by other means, basically. If you want it, it doesn't exist anymore. If you own a physical copy of My Neighbor Totoro, it's the Fanning Fox. Listen, Linda! Hi, Taco. How are you, love? Yep, HBO Max has all the Studio Ghibli stuff, including the Fanning Fox version. Just FYI. You won't find the Fox version. You have to download it. You have to, like, procure it. Unless you have a VHS or something. It sucks. Cat put his weight on my gut and moved some gas around. I don't think the burps would be coming if something was stuck there. No, I mean, so, like, if this gives you any comfort, things getting stuck in your esophagus on the way to your stomach will eventually moisten to the point that either they'll go down or you will choke and cough them up. You know what I'm saying? If you can drink water and swallow and not immediately vomit, your esophagus is not plugged. Does that make sense? Like, that's just anatomy. That's just, like, your body. You would not be able to sip, drink, burp if it was actually occluded. You know what I'm saying? What I'm thinking is maybe you've had chronically untreated GERD, and at this point, what's happening is it's not necessarily that the acid is still rolling up. It's just that your esophagus has been burnt, and you're feeling burnt. I mean, it's like imagine putting a match in your mouth. Burnt mucous membrane, owie. Big owie. There's no protection there, you know? It's very, 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 very sensitive skin. And there's a sphincter at the top of your stomach for a purpose, to keep that stomach acid from reaching your esophagus, because your esophagus is not built to handle stomach acid in any way, shape, or form. But does that help at all? Like, if that gives you any, seriously, like what we do in the hospital, for instance, if someone has any sort of esophageal procedure, if they're intubated, if they have a trach at all, before you're allowed to eat, drink, or anything on your own, literally anything, we have feeding tubes in you up until this moment, you have to work with a nutrition specialist and you have to work on what's called a swallow test. And we take a tiny cup of water and we put this disgusting white powder in it that's flavorless, quote unquote, that makes your water thick. But it's still just water. But now it looks thick. And it is thick. And now you can drink your water with a spoon because it's fucking thick. And it's so fucking disgusting. But you have to go through that. And there's like levels of thickness to the water where we start eliminating some of the powder until you're allowed to have water because we're so psychotic about you not aspirating or not accidentally choking on something and making sure your esophagus and your airway are completely unoccluded. It's a really, really big deal. And I don't know if you've ever heard the story of quote unquote shit fountain, but that was a case of an occluded digestion pathway. And what happened was this person went a good 24 hours eating and drinking. And because their digestive system was occluded, i.e. blocked by something, this was a bad illy reversal. We won't go there right now, but it was blocked. by 7:30 p.m. when I came into work, a literal gallons fountain of pure, unadulterated fucking shit burst from his mouth space all over the room on every single human being. I've never seen so many people like in slow motion shield their face with their gowns. Our digestive system is a two-way digestive system, meaning things go in one way and out one way, and if that shit's fucked up, your body's gonna spit it out fast. You know what I'm saying? Thick water is fucking wrong. Thank you. I agree. I tasted it. It's so fucking disgusting.
Just a little wiggle tickle.
Cheers, Viata. I knew someone would drink their tea that way. Yep, it's so gross. It's literally paste. It's tea paste. It looks like clear applesauce. It's so gross. But it's because, oh, pick the wrong time to quit. Hi, Robo. Right, Kinger, it usually lasts for a while. Gird is a funny word, especially since Ermagerd. Ouch. It is really, really gross. You can buy it anywhere. Like anywhere at the grocery store where you see Benefiber, you can get water thickener. Because lots of people, like elderly people at home who have just lost musculature in their throat, they have to thicken everything they drink. Because if it's, you guys know, when we sip on something once in a while, us who have no problem swallowing, sometimes we aspirate a little bit of that fluid and we choke and we cough. Well, unfortunately with Nana and Grandpa, when they do that, the whole cup goes down to their lungs and they die. So the thickness is kind of to help them control the swallow, if that makes. This is so sexual. Like, let's just say it now. Let's just suck some dick. Oh my god, the pursed. Yuck. No, Robo. What is tomorrow? Nope. Shut the fuck up, Glut. Get down with the thickness. Dude, it's so fucking foul. I understand the need for it, but Jesus fucking Christ. Sorry, I just realized the music decided to fucking fail us again. The internet's being real slow, so I think Zach might be downloading a game or something. None of my shit's updated. Let me see Steam before I say that and finish that. Yeah, nothing's updating, so I have no idea. But I can't even pause my YouTube right now. She's as tired as I am. Snow running? What is that? What is snow running? What's snow running? And running. And oh my god. Luckily the fair is over, so now it's just getting through this week and enjoying the 3-day weekend. Fuck yeah. Good luck. But oh my god, mindless. When I was in college, I dated a guy whose mom was trying to lose weight, so she joined Weight Watchers. And I guess Weight Watchers goes through like phases of what they claim is going to be the missing link to your weight loss or whatever. So sometimes it's like we're anti-fat, we're anti-sugar, and then when my ex's mom joined, it was all about fiber. So like if your food had X amount of grams of fiber, if it had enough fiber, it would cancel the calories of that food or the points or something. So like for instance, you could eat unlimited broccoli according to Weight Watchers because there's so much fiber in broccoli, it cancels out the calories. This is all mystical dieting shit I don't support, but that was the idea. And fuck you not, I witnessed that woman multiple times put Benefiber in a glass of wine. Where's your sign? Holy shit. It looked like someone put curdled milk in wine. I cannot fuck with you this way. She drank it. Oh, and she was thin. Not that matters, but like in no way, shape, or form did this woman need to lose weight. I have no idea where this came from, but she was putting fiber in everything. Like, I have no idea what she shit. Is that the driving game where you're stuck in the mud all the time? Is it? I have no idea. Oh, it's a truck driver sim? Oh, he's going to get angry then. He's just going to be furious. Tomorrow's going to be an angry day, is what you're saying. We choke fairly easily because the position of our hyoid bone had to move so we could speak. That's why chimps rarely choke. Oh, wow, I never thought about that. That's really interesting. Makes sense though. I mean, people choke it's really prevalent. Yeah, so I'm gonna be sending JP a very heated letter. Oh, 9less. It was fucking can't make that shit up. I watched her and she'd giggle and like stir it. I was like, like, is it just me or like at a certain point do you choose like the wine or the weight loss? Like, you can't have the both. I don't know. That was just a very strongly worded email with maybe a bill for whatever breaks. It is. You just get stuck constantly. So it's more like get your truck out of stuck simulator. Sounds fun. That was determined a lie. With friends. Wow, great friends. Perfect, Crispy. Thank you for letting me know. It's 4 minutes till 420 beaches. And then stuck again. How do you get unstuck or do you lose? Dude, Derp, this is the best version. It's got the one with Kimbra. I love Kimbra. I don't know what happened to her. She used to make music all the time, but fuck, her voice is pretty. Is he the type to throw the controller? He's the type to... How do I don't want to do it like my controller, but like, imagine that this little pot of CBD lotion is a controller, and I am stuck for the third time, and everyone else has gotten unstuck, and they are now ahead of me because I am still stuck. What the fuck? And then the desk shatters, and there's a clip for the ages. But this was a controller, if that wasn't. Yeah? More like that. On a glass table. Uh-huh. The glass table is the important part, because I actually slept through the entire event one wall away, which is amazing. Sorry, I had to pause for that, because that's that's what I hear. Like, if I ever start hearing the, what the fuck? It's almost like lightning and thunder. Like, I just sit there and I'm like, 1, 2, 3. Ah! And I'm like, okay, it's about 3 miles away. Excellent. At least it's predictable, right? Oh, the clip's got it. Stronlin. Oh, absolutely. The shattered one. I mean, I don't think you see the desk shatter, but you see him like take his controller and just do this. And the the point of one of the controller arms just hit the table and the whole thing shattered into crumbles. It's like that type of glass that does that on purpose. It doesn't like crack. It turns into little blue chunkies. Why is Nerf? I'm seriously. How are controllers still so fragile with what we have done to them? Same. Is that with safety glasses? Yeah. So it had no like sharp edges or anything like that. Yeah. That was a pretty epic moment. All you see is his face really sad, and then I think he like goes unlive or something like that. Tempered, yeah. That's it. But once he's done with the game, he doesn't give a fuck anymore. Like, it's over. Oh, like, a picture's a video game where some dude put a drop of steak and met him in a glass of blood. You know what I'm talking? Yes. Yes. This is what I feel like the wine would look like. Have you ever had the shot of alcohol called a brain aneurysm? I almost said, have you ever had a brain aneurysm? It's similar to that because there's something about alcohol that the benefiber doesn't like dissolve. So it just like clumped up kind of like magic sand into white balls in the bottom of the glass. And she would just like sip it and then kind of chew on it. Like when you make chocolate milk with powder, you know? And sometimes there's the balls of the grated chocolate at the bottom, but you just chew on them anyways. It's like that. Cheers, happy 420. What a dude, the internet has fucked itself. Go, Kimbra, go. My dog's here. Hello, Bubba. Oh my god, how did you get glass in your pool? Isn't that like a general pool rule? Is no glass near the pool? Yeah. Chewable wine is wrong. Hard agree. Can you imagine someone handing you a delicious glass of wine with your dinner at the end of the day and you are so excited for a sip and you have to chew it? Yeet, I am so sorry, but also I am not. It was called a jellyfish? No shit. Mine, like the one. Did yours have what is it? Grenadine? I'm trying to think about literally the only time I've ever had that shot was on my 21st birthday, and it was fed to me by a friend, quote unquote. But I think it was like vodka, and then they did like a splash of Baileys, and the Baileys would curdle into like a ball in the middle, which looked like a brain. And then they would do a splash of grenadine, like the thick cherry shit, and it would look like blood on the brain. And it was just you had to chew it. It was fucking disgusting. Yep. Vodka grenadine Baileys. That's the one. I'm a ways away from 21 and I remember that shit intimately. Chewing. I don't want to chew a shot. Cement mixer. What else is in a cement mixer? This is an ack full-bodied wine. Is thick water like jello texture? It's kind of gritty. I'm trying to think. Oh my god, have you ever had grits? Like well-cooked grits? It's that, where it's like soft and gritty at the same time. Because, like, depending on the granule size and depending on how much powder you have to use in the water, like, the center of those little granules doesn't get completely water touched. So there's like, it's like that, like almost like squishy sand. I like grits too with fucking butter, not in my water. It's gritty, like, right. Your instinct is to spit it out because water shouldn't be gritty. Grits are gritty. Water's not gritty. Yeah, it looks like store-bought applesauce. You know how store-bought applesauce is, like, mystically very uniform in little bit sizes? I don't know if y'all grew up with canning parents. My mom canned her own shit, so we had homemade applesauce. And the shit you get at the store-bought applesauce, I swear to God, it's like got sand in it or something. Like, there's something wrong. Or they leave the skins on and they're pureeing that into it or some bullshit. But to this day, I'm like a snob about fucking applesauce. Store-bought applesauce is garbage. I made the mistake of the first time I ever had grits when I moved to Baltimore. I didn't know any better, and I was just like taken by a bunch of friends from work to some breakfast place, and they were like, "You got to try grits, you got to try scrapple, you got to do this, got to do that," and I'm like, "Cool." And it was down near Dundalk, which is like where my family like came into the U.S., which was kind of cool. And I was like, grits look like oatmeal or something, which I would make sweet. So I did like butter and cinnamon sugar. Absolutely don't do that. That is not how you're supposed to do grits. I learned the hard way. It's salt, pepper, gravy, and fucking cheese, bitch. Cheese. Grits, I believe it's corn. It's like cornmeal. It's a corn product. Have you ever had like malto meal or like it's essentially a hot breakfast cereal? Does that kind of more generalize it down? It's like in the same category as oatmeal, but it's corn based. It's like it's ground up um corn, right? Dried ground corn. There you go. Wasn't totally off. Yeah, it's the same thing that like polenta is made out of. If you ever had polenta, same concept, but like not near as smooth at all. I showed you my corn product. Please respond.
Please touch me in my corn product.
Cheese grits, yes. Shrimp grits, yes. 100%. Sweet grits, absolutely not. Bad idea. Don't do that. Nope. Oh, God. I know. Void, no one told me. Actually, they knew better, too. They said they watched me do it, and they thought it was hilarious. Outdoor glass top table, closed umbrella in the middle, Texas winds, pool full of glass. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. And you had to, like, let's say, did you have to drain the whole fucking pool? It's a half ounce Irish cream liqueur and 1/2 ounce lime juice. That made my asshole pucker. Absolutely not. 99 bananas. Is it banana? I don't like fake banana smell. Like if it really is banana, that would make me. I don't. There's alcohol in general tastes bad to me. There's no alcohol in the world that tastes good to me, except like wine or the occasional like Scotch beer or Scotch ale or something like that. But like hard liquors and shit, they all taste like poison. I don't fucking know. I think people are convincing themselves they taste nice, or like it's like coffee, like you've just trained yourself to like it. I don't know. They taste like poison. So I've never had like a shot that was like significantly better than any others, but I've had some that were so fucking bad, and it's always the ones that mysteriously curdle and you have to chew them. Who invented that and why? Who do you hate? Who are you attacking? My God. Some of us have 21st birthdays and we don't want to be attacked. I had a test the next day. Did I show up for that test? No, I did not. It's just like oatmeal but made from cornmeal. Pretty much gruel until you add half a block of butter and cheese. Necessary. I'm a big fan of gravy on it too. Is that weird? Like country gravy? Starchy morning soup. Yep. Literally. Some people have it kind of soupy. Some people make it so it's like thicker. You know, like you could scoop up some on a spoon, turn your spoon upside down, and it won't fall off. But it's not a solid. It's really personal preference, but I have never seen anyone do sweet grits ever. Which kind of makes sense, because when's the last time you saw someone, like, put sugar, like brown sugar and butter on on a corn cob? That doesn't sound terrible. But now that I know that on grits it's not good, I don't think it'd be good. Who hurt you, alcohol? Who? Yuck, the curdling. It's the curd. There was actually in my college town, there was a martini bar that opened up when I was there, and it was one of those places where you could go and dress super fancy and sit with your friends and feel really rich, and they just had this extensive martini like menu, but it was like gummy bear martinis, apple martini, melon martini, strawberry martini, mom's titty martini, every martini you could possibly imagine they would make. But then you could also just go in like in your sweats and study at the fucking bar and have martinis. And I swear to God, they had 3 or 4 on the list that people had to sip through a straw because it curdled, and I could hear them like, like, why? Why are you like this? No. Some of us want to enjoy our alcohol. And then you see them like do that like strain it through your teeth thing, like they're fucking chewing on a loogie. Oh, honey on grits. Honey, I could understand, but honey, I feel like is one of those weird ingredients that can be mixed with savory. Like I would do salt, pepper, and honey and cheese. It's kind of like having candied bacon, like when maple syrup. Oh my God, maple syrup though. Maple syrup on bacon. Like that is my favorite piece of bacon from that moment out. Oh my God, you guys can see my Black Widow. Look at her. She's moving. Honey, I could see honey or maple syrup. The way I did it, like the cinnamon sugar thing, I don't know. It felt like 2 different like flavors in my mouth. There was no cohesiveness in the dish. I am not a chef, but I don't know how else to say that. Oh my God. Oh fuck. Fish it all by hand. You know, that was kind of what we did as kids. My grandma had a pool down in Arizona, and we would go down there. And anytime there was anything at the bottom, she'd just be like, "Oh, good, the kids are here. Here's a net. Get that fucking camel spider or whatever the fuck fell in the pool." But one year, my brother's eye fell in the pool. That sounds weird. Preface: when we were all youthful, actually, our whole childhoods, all of my uncles and my dad would get together every year at Christmas and say, okay, what's the popular gift? We're getting everyone the exact same thing. So, like, I've told you guys about the Talkin' Bubbas, Barney dolls, laser pointers, and one year it was BB guns, and we all went out Christmas Day and shot at each other in dirt bike gear. My brother Adam took his helmet off, and we all shot. No one knows who did it, but someone shot out Adam's eye. No shit. You will shoot your eye out. So Adam had basically like this red ball of tissue in his skull that he would put this gigantic, like fully encasing contact on every day. And it was it was perfect. It literally looked exactly like his other eye. You'd never fucking know unless I told you. But one year we went to my grandparents' house and we were swimming in the pool. And I don't know what we were doing, but we were doing something where you bop up and down into the water, like playing Marco Polo or something, or like tag with your eyes closed. And his eye was open with the water rushing, and it pulled the contact off that muscly thing, and it floated to the bottom of the pool. And my parents were like, "You're currently the oldest present. get your goggles on and go get your brother's eye out of the pool. And like a chlorine-filled like pool, and this thing was so fucking slimy. To this day, I can remember exactly what it felt like, and I was like 12. It was I was like, "Why is it still so slippery? It's been in the pool." I had to go down and like get it and swim up and like flip. But I think that contact was like $4,000 or something. Like it was insane because it's when it was soft. Like I remember I could like blah, blah, blah. It wasn't a hard shell, but it was so intricate. I mean, it really did look perfect. The only thing that you could ever tell is if we were like in a dark room and one eye dilated, obviously the contact wouldn't dilate. But other than that, they were fucking spot on. Blah, blah, blah. Dude, right? And that's the thing. I don't think back then, like, this was seriously when I was like 12, 10. I don't even know if fun contacts existed. And to this day in the US, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you have to have a prescription to get any kind of contacts in the US, like even fun ones, because people were so irresponsible with them. They were like sleeping in them, and, their eyes were growing a weird layer of skin over the contact, and then they were getting surgery and going blind. People are stupid. They ruin things for everybody. Something like that. I haven't named her yet, Void. Honestly, there were way too many good names. I'm so overwhelmed. Like, when I posted her, I was just like, no one's going to comment on this. No one cares if I have a fucking spider because everyone's afraid of spiders. And there's literally like 15, at least, really good names on there. I don't know. But I fed her yesterday. I went and caught a little cricket outside, and I fed her. And she's already so fat. She's in this container, this like deli container, and that little black dot right above my finger, that's her. But she's already about as big as my pinky nail. And dude, get this. Oh yeah, just another fun thing about Denver. Gardening is a fucking extreme sport because one of those crawls up your arm out of nowhere. By the way, there's no recorded black widow deaths in the United States of America, just in case you're wondering. Check this shit. This is wild to me. I didn't even know this. You know me. I fucking love me some spiders, but I've had 2 black widows in the past, 2 females, and I just never thought to look at what a male would look like because I just knew I had females that were not pregnant because I ain't dealing with black widow babies. Have you ever seen a male black widow? Who, correct me if I'm wrong, is equally as venomous as the female? Talk about fucking size disparity, my dudes. Yeah! Look at that! I wish I could just do view image, but my add-on my browser isn't working for some reason, but that's quite literally the exact same species, male versus female. What the fuck? You don't even see them! Hi, Revolticon. Yeah, we stand our lovely fat queen. That's honestly one of my favorite things about spiders versus tarantulas is spiders eat all the time. Constantly. Because they have to get fat real quick and then like hibernate for winter. So she's eating like mass. This is not what mine looks like. This, I believe, might be a redback. But yeah, the females are fucking dank, and I just had no idea. The male is, look at, that's a male that didn't survive the fucking, but holy shit. I know, baby got, dude, talk about, dude, you're right, David, though. You're kind of right, though. I just thought that was so interesting. I can show you my Black Widow if you guys want. I'm not going to take her out. Obviously, I'm not an idiot. But she's kind of a perfect specimen. Look, that is wild. Totally different. I don't think the black ones are... black ones, excuse me. I don't think the males are black. Aren't they? They're kind of like tan. They look like brown. They kind of look like... Not a brown recluse. Is it brown recluse? Huntsman. What's the one in like the Midwest that's really dangerous and has the fangs that are roddy? Do you know what I'm talking about? Not a huntsman. Those are the big ones. They're harmless. I am brain farting. Brown recluse. Is that the one? Brown recluse? I know. I don't fucking hold any of my spiders, deadly or not. I just don't make a habit of it. They don't like it. I don't like it. No one wants it. Hold on, I got it. Brown recluse. They look kind of like that. Brown recluse spiders are real kind of like leggy. I don't really like the leggy spiders. I like my spiders nice and chunky. That's why I like my widow bee. But that's her. And this is not her permanent enclosure. I'm making her a better one. But she literally, I was gardening and she crawled up my arm and I was like, oh, you're not going to live in my yard where my dogs could get bit by you. So here we go. But she's already like doubled in size because I just caught a big old fat cricket in the yard and put it in there for her. And she ate it last night. And it is between those two twigs right there. It's just dead. But she's a gorgeous specimen, for lack of a better word. I posted a picture of her on Twitter if you guys are still on that dying platform. But her hourglass is phenomenally perfect. Like some Black Widows, it's real hard to see the hourglass on their belly. Hers is so pretty. But I think she's a BB. She's definitely not pregnant. Thank fuck. Thank fuck. But yeah, we'll probably feed spiders tomorrow. I wanted to do it today. I didn't sleep. I have no energy to stand, which is crazy. I normally stand a lot, and just not happening. It's not happening. It is deadly little potato salad. Wolf spiders are dope. We have tons of those in our garden. I love looking at them. I take pictures of them all the time, but I just don't ever post them because I know so many people are so afraid. They'll just post, burn it with fire. And I just don't. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't fucking say anything. Pussy. Wait. I'm gonna read it out loud this time. Sorry. I was trying to do both. I'm muting it so I can read it. Bro, I love thick thighs. Bro, what if they're too thick and kill you? I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I could speak for the majority of us when I say I will proudly die between them thighs. Right? Like if that's how I'm gonna go. Why would we even complain? Why would we even what? What the fuck? Have you been packing for Burning Man? Every day. Every day. This is actually my backpack I've been working on behind me. I've been sewing shit on it because I didn't have a backpack, like just a backpack. And everything I own has like brands on it because it's all been sent to me by like video game brands. And this is literally a Champion backpack that was sent to me by Streamlabs like many, many moons ago. So I sewed a patch onto the Streamlabs logo and I sewed a pocket of that sequence that you can swipe back and forth in its different colors over the Champion logo. And I added my own pocket and I added ruffles and I have a fuck you sleep mask. Every day I'm always working on shit constantly, but I don't know, like I just don't I've never been one to walk around with just like brands on me. Really, unless I'm straight up sponsored by that brand, like just like I don't know, in my day it was like Abercrombie and Fitch or Hollister or whatever. Like you better pay me to put your name on my titties. I'm cool. I just don't want it. If someone asks me, I'll be like, I don't know, get a fucking backpack. It was free. And I sewed shit on it with my hands. That clip's phenomenal. I agree. Cheers to that, King. Amen. Season of the Blood. Dude, that last season was such a fucking snore, man. They gotta do a lot to sell me on this new Diablo season. Let's see. Please don't autoplay. Every time. Every time, David. No. Every time. Again. Yeah. Just every time. So this new strains I got. The one that we're smoking right now is Appalachia White, and it is allegedly a hybrid. And it says the THCA is 27.43, total THC for 24.23, for a grand total of 29.25. And this one's by 777. Unparalleled, apparently. But both of the strains I got, and you guys know me, I try to get new strains every time because I like to broaden my tastes. I don't know, there's different strains all the time. Why not try them? So I always try different stuff. I've not tried either of these. Both of them are so goddamn strong. I have only smoked 1.5 bowl today, and I am high. Like, I took such a big hit last night when I first got this stuff, I almost knocked myself on my fucking asshole. ASL? What? Oh, we're not getting new classes? Okay. I mean, I was just curious. Not that I need one. I'm honestly happy with what I made, but to each their own, I guess. Dude, $500? You think my name is Rockefeller? Keep your titties. I will. They're unobjectionably perfect, and it's gonna cost a lot to put some permanent ink on these bitches. I already have piercing scars, okay? Fuck, I'm covered in scars. I gotta keep something. Imagine where we'd be without genetics. Dude, we'd be dead. Oh, you mean weed genetics? Dude. I mean, I shit you not, Brittany. You know, like, this is still, hold on. Gross. You know how sometimes when you, like, you load a bowl, you pull in your bong, and it's, like, relatively, like, misty, and you're like, oh, that's a decent hit. Last night, I went to take a regular hit off the bong, and it was instantaneously looked like this thing filled up with whipped cream. It was so fucking just solid, blasted white that I kind of panicked and just like, and took this huge hit. And I just sat here and like my body wouldn't let me let it out, but I desperately wanted to. I was doing those inward coughing, like where you just sit there like, and I just stared at this sheet over here for all by myself in the dark. That was Zach, by the way, not an evil wicked witch in my house. It was, yeah, that's this strain. This is the other one. So this one's equally as little less, but still, which is funny. So this one, this is why I always say the percentages of the THC they say is so fucking negligible in my idea. For instance, this one says it's 29.25% THC. This one that dangerously fucked me up to the point where I was swaying back and forth down the hallway and slammed my hip into a wall that I've lived in for 3 years. I don't live in the walls. Shut up. It says it's what, 14%? Maybe? 20%. 20%. And it made me like I was literally like, I could feel myself swaying like I was on a ship. It just, I don't know what the fuck it means. It's all about the terps. It is. And what's unfortunate is like, I think it's because they don't know how to like guarantee or like tell you all the terps. They really don't ever list it. It's so rare that I get a strain. This one might. This one actually has the parents on it. So this one is called Randy Watson, number 13. The genetic parent strains are Runts and Wedding Crasher, which I've had both. They're both really, really good strains. I think we've all had Runts. Runts is great. And it says allegedly the THC is 17.35. The top says 20%. I don't know. This shit sent me to space like I hadn't smoked weed in a month. But that's it. That's all the information you get. No CBD. Like, that's all. So I'll never know. Like, I wish I could, because then I could look for strains that had that terpene profile as opposed to like a THC quantity, because it's just kind of fucked. Like, you guys know one of my favorite strains I've ever had, that GAC Smoothie number 5 or whatever the fuck it was called. It was only allegedly like 19% THC, but it was such a euphoric head feel that didn't make me feel drowsy or tired or like heavy eyes. It was perfect. Rhythm? But it's the rhythm of the night. Nope, I've never heard of Rhythm. I'm trying to think. I don't think so. No CBD sounds synthetic. Dude, you'd be hard pressed to find weed with CBD anymore. No weed has CBD, Jack. Legally speaking, no legal weed has CBD. Unless you're getting weed that's 100% CBD. They bred it out. They just bred it the fuck out because nobody wants it. Like, there's so much functional weed smokers these days. They literally bred it the fuck out. So every strain I have ever bought is 0% CBD with a big old chunk of THC. But if I went to my dispensary, if I could like show you the menu, scroll to the very bottom, they grow strains that are 100% CBD and no THC at all for people that like are on a tea break or whatever. It's wild, but they did it on purpose, which is, yeah, no shit. This is why I say occasionally when people ask if it's an indica or a sativa, it doesn't matter anymore. Because back in the day, when the plant was less hybridized and more grown in the backyard illegally or whatever, it was indica strains. They looked darker, bushier, leafier, thicker, kind of denser, more purple plants, but they also had a really high percentage of CBD in them. Versus sativa plants were more like lime green, grew really tall and skinny, and had little to no CBD. We bred it the fuck out. So it doesn't mean anything anymore. Like I've literally never had weed that has CBD in it since I moved to Colorado. It just doesn't exist anymore, which is wild. But what I usually tell people, like, if you go into a legal state and you want to get into smoking weed and you haven't smoked weed regularly for a bit, even myself, who smokes weed every day, all the time, I have a giant jar of CBD gummies that I got from my dispensary. They're legit, have CBD in them, because CBD can help calm you down and kind of help give a neutralization, for lack of a better word, to that high. It's not going to make you less high. It's not going to like somehow kill your high, but it can take the edge off of it if you're getting a little panicky or a little, what's the word? Paranoid. CBD is great for that, and a lot of people get real paranoid because they end up smoking a lot of the legal shit, and it has no CBD, and it can make your heart rate go up. It's a vasodilator, so you're gonna be like, antagonist. Thank you. My brain kept saying agonist, and it wouldn't move on. I hate when I get stuck like that. Yeah, I was gonna actually. I haven't smelled these yet. Let's see. I've just been put on it. I'm in Australia. We don't get the strain on the side of the container. It comes in. Really? Do you like? What kind of information do you get? Just out of curiosity, because we have medical here as well. But unless you have a medical card, you can't go get medical. But it's literally the same as the legal, as like recreational. It's just. I agree with you. I honestly, the only thing I can think of that like stops, like quote unquote. Again, I'm sadly American, but big old quotes. First world countries, let's say developed countries, because we all know what fucking tunnel we're going down right now. Developed countries is big pharma, because they've the statistics that come out about how narcotics use and painkiller use just like tanks in states that recreationally legalize weed within half a year. Just like poof. I can see big pharma just shaking in their little pansy pussy booty. Mother know what I'm saying? And they have so much money, I'm sure they can put in lobbyist bills, make everyone think weed is the devil. I've been smoking weed daily for so many years, I almost don't want to say, but like I'm doing okay. And I do get checkups. Like, and I'm honest with my doctor. You just, there's so many people out there like getting balls to the wall, plastered on alcohol, killing each other, hurting each other, beating each other up, causing sexual crimes. And it's like, when's the last time you heard of a stoner going out and doing anything? Ever. I just sit at home and like stare at things, man. Come on. I ain't got that kind of fucking like want, need. I don't know. I'm high. Dude, DoorDash, what is the one that like does your groceries? Grubhub. You can literally never leave your house these days, and it's the best. I want to just smell these because I haven't sniffed them yet. Piney, Pine Sol. Oh my god, it's like Pine Sol and Kool-Aid. Nice buds though. This one fucks me. Dangerously fucks me. Are you Pitsy? Is there a reason? Because I know people who actually work for them, and I'm in agreement with a lot of the problems with them, 100%. I tend to follow the same general rule I do if I go out to eat. Whereas if I can't afford to tip that server, I can't afford to go out to eat. So like if I get Grubhub and shit, I usually give the driver kind of a fat tip if I get it, because I realize they kind of get bent over. And like my buddies who work for like Grubhub, etc., they tell me about people who bait them with giant tips, and then once they deliver the food, like strip them of all tip, put in a complaint that the food was ruined or something like that. Like they just literally, these poor people are bent the fuck over. Instacart, thank you, Instacart. Yeah, makes me sad because like it's like because you don't see this person's face, they're not human or some shit like that. Yeah, metal. That's what I was just saying. I got new weed, and one of them is almost a little bit dangerous. Truly fucks me up. The strain is called, again, I always forget them, Randy Watson, number 13. And then the other one was called Appalachia White or Appalachia White. I can't tell if yeah, I think it's Appalachia White. The writing's a little smeared. This one smells kind of lemony, in my opinion. I give them a 5 in person if they read the instructions enough to make it to my door. Dude. The dream. The dream. It smells like Something out of my childhood. Oh my, smells like lip smackers. Lip smackers! Smells like chapstick. Lip smackers. Maybe strawberry or pina colada. A story. Ooh, I work in a diner attached to a health food store. We're not affiliated with them in any way. In fact, the owner of the diner owns the lot that the store is on. Well, the store manager kept asking me to do things. I told her no. She threatened to write me up. I told her go for it. She gets frustrated, calls the diner owner, put it on speaker, told her, Minty isn't doing what I tell him to do. I'm fired. And I hear on the phone, they don't have to do what you tell them to do. The diner is a separate entity. If you don't like that, feel free to relocate your store. Did you get hard? Because I would have gotten hard. That's hot. That's, I don't think anyone's ever stood up for me like that. That's pretty amazing. That's beautiful. I don't trust our workers are properly compensated for their work. They're not. And I don't trust the restaurants are properly handled by Grubhub. I like restaurants having sales, but they're not shown on Grubhub, so they take the lion's share, or Grubhub throwing out sales that the restaurants aren't actually doing and the restaurants suffer for it. Absolutely. I think that's actually a factual thing. We've had like for instance, sometimes Zach and I will be like working, doing yard work if we get takeout, so we see the delivery driver, and they oftentimes will be like, here's our menu, like we do delivery instead of going through Grubhub, and we will always preferably do that. And one time we had a really nice driver, and he was from this local Thai place that is literally some of the best Thai food I've ever had in my life. And he was telling us how much Grubhub and all that takes from them. I think it's like almost 30% or something, if not more. It's crazy, like, the amount they take from the restaurant, and that's why the restaurant takes the sales off of Grubhub, because they're like, "We can't afford to do the sales because Grubhub is bending us over backwards." I will always go through the restaurant first if they have a delivery service, 100%. Because at least then I know the food's going to them, like, the delivery driver works for the restaurant, you know, a lot of the time it's a family-owned business. Like, in my, like, I guess, limited experience on this planet, I feel like that's the best case scenario. Like, not going through a middleman, you know what I mean? Within reason. Local pizza place went from their own drivers to a third-party delivery service. I don't like cold pizza, stopped ordering from there. It was cold? Ew. I was just sipping my tea? Fuck yes. Dude, a manager that backs up their employees, like, damn. Damn. I don't think I've ever seen it honestly happen, like, in real life. Our city has a Pizza Hut that has no delivery drivers. They third-partied out to Grubhub, etc. Yep, we have some places like that too, where they just don't have any delivery drivers at all. And, you know, we'll either go pick it up or get delivery. But when it's not that case, I try to, you know, go through just the restaurant so they get all the fucking shit. Yeah. If they don't, I'm like 20 minutes away from most of the restaurants that interest me by bike. And dude, Pitsy, we are like, that's the thing with me too. Most of the time I'll just go get it because I'm a mile away. Like, I can't see any businesses from my house, but I run every morning and I pass all of them. Like, they're literally a mile from my house. So it's so, like, you know what I'm like, for the most part, going and getting it is the best option because it just seems ridiculous not to. You know? Wait, are we lobotomizing? Oh my god, what time is it? Boo! Oh no, my computers both have warnings for updates on them. Oh no, has anyone's computer bent over backwards with a dry asshole and died? Yuck. Tried 3 times after they changed, and cold or lukewarm at best. Yeah. Mod pizza is shockingly delicious. Like, I didn't have high expectations because they're like a chain. They're kind of like Subway. They're pretty fucking delicious. It's that time of the day, and this week I have to get out of here on time every day because we are preparing for Burning Man. And every day is constant, just like getting all the last minute shit done, making sure we have everything. Because if you're unfamiliar with the process of Burning Man, it's fairly intense in that you're kind of going camping in the middle of the desert. And like, theoretically, if you don't bring yourself water for those 7 days, you will not have water and you will just die. That is kind of the thing, but that doesn't happen because there's a gifting atmosphere and whatever. But it's like that level of independence. So every day this week, I have to put myself a fine ass cut, and I appreciate my mods for reminding me what time it is because I don't have a clock anywhere. But I still have to sew up my backpack and do that kind of shit. But hopefully, I'll get some sleep tonight. Tomorrow, we can spend the day feeding some fucking tarantulas or something fun. Linda, like beautiful. Listen, Linda, listen. Linda. Doesn't that mean beautiful in Spanish? Pretty? Attractive? Cute? Oh my god. Wait, Zakarian, are you kidding me? Glut, are you still here? Glut sent this to me like, I don't know, a bit ago. And I watched this singular clip on repeat so many times. Everybody in the community who know what's up will let you guys know. As I'm going to be out of town, off the fucking grid, literally not by choice, but absolutely off the grid, from this Friday through to the following, like, Monday, Tuesday, which I believe is, like, the 25th through the 3rd, 4th. It just depends on how long it takes us to get home, because it's, like, a 16-hour drive. But, like, I'm not dead. Maybe, probably not dead. Hopefully not dead. Just in the desert. Just probably, you know, theoretically maybe on drugs. Ha 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 ha. Like so many that my phone wouldn't make sense anyways. I don't know. I'm at my titties out and it's gonna be great. Molly. Ooh, I'm excited for you though. Do they have a fun fall? I hope they have a good fall season. Oh, story. That's what I want to write. That's my I love going in the mountains here during fall because our fall colors are so fucking pretty. Okay, let's see. Titties! Everybody loves titties. I'm gonna see who the fuck is live and go finish my. Oh, I got so much sunscreen. No shit, Donna. I brought like six of the cans of like the spray sport, you know, like 75 SPF and, you know, high sweat, water resistant, whatever. And then I actually asked people on Twitter because I wasn't sure what to get, but it's like La Roche Posay, La Roche Pussy. I don't fucking know. It's some facial moisturizer that doesn't make you broke out, but it's got 50 SPF in it. Because I don't want skin cancer. Super don't want skin cancer. That sounds terrible. Nope, they're actually built to not explode in high heat. And I'm gonna be honest, when I read that, I got real frightened because I never had thought about that before in my life. Like the amount of times I've just straight up left cans of spray sunscreen in my car in the dead of summer, just like black cars. Idiots. Nah, but these actually had that on them, and I was like, oh my god, they'll explode? No, Katie, they won't explode. But they could have before? Yeah, I'm an idiot. Aquarion. I don't know why, but every time I think of a kidney stone, I think of people like somehow massaging it out, and my everything hurts. I hope you all I wish you. Oh, I don't. I hope it's over with fast. Oh my god, Amelia is literally joining Jay Britton on his stream right now, helping narrate the game live. That's where we're going, my dudes. We're raiding Jay Britton, and you guys are gonna go hang out there. Jay Britton. Jay Britton. Jay Britton. Jay Britton. Jay Britton is super, super dope, and Amelia Tyler is literally the narrator of BG3. If you've heard that lovely, scratchy, kinds of British voice, a little RP, that's my fucking girl Millie. And I think they fuck and stuff, or like suck each other's penises or whatever. I love her so much. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. I'm sorry I was so low energy today. I hope to God and pray and promise I'm getting sleep.